Booyah.
Boom shakalaka boom, Corey.
Damn, you had to one-up me, didn't you? Had to upstage me.
You know, it just happens by accident sometimes.
Sorry
about that.
Couldn't let me have my booyah, could you? That's all I want in life.
I thought we were speaking the same language. I thought, booyah, booyakasha,
How's it going, man?
Yub. Going good, my friend. Going good. Good. You put in my top 11 list.
You didn't think I was going to do it, did you?
Great success? No, not at all. When you told me, I'll put it up Thursday, co-host. Yeah. And I'm like, Thursday comes. I'll put it up Friday. All right, cool, Corey. Yeah, you do what you got to do. Never see that motherfucker.
Well, come on, man.
Saturday? Good. Saturday goes by. What? I guess it must have been a disaster or something. And then all of a sudden I see it on Sunday. I'm like, whoa, Sunday. Well, at least one guy will look at it and boom, over like all of a sudden I look at the comments. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, man.
So people were paying attention.
Co-host put up his not top 10 of 2009, but his top 11. You always got to do something different, don't you? You just can't follow the program.
I get bored with that program, Corey. I get bored with it.
You always got to be different.
It bores me. I am different. I'm a robot.
God damn, too damn different.
I love it. I love my
different kind of pain in the ass is what you are.
I love being a pain in the ass. It brings me nothing but success.
I need fucking 2 hemorrhoid medicines to put up my ass for you.
Well, wow. Anything else you'd like to tell me, Corey?
No, just you. Just letting you know.
All right.
Should have called you the hemorrhoid 3000.
The what?
Yeah, because you're a pain in my ass.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, come on, man. Come on.
No, I like my original name. That's okay. A nice hemorrhoid joke.
No, man, I'm sorry that went up late. You know, I mean, because I meant to put it up, but hey, look, when I say
shit happens, all right? I'm very well of that. I'm very well aware of that.
Well, when I say I'm gonna put up something on Thursday, you have to go by factor in colored people's time, and that means 3 days later. You should have known that. So when I say Thursday, it means Sunday.
That's why I'm not giving you shit, Corey. I'm like, man, shit.
I say 5 minutes.
Shit'll go up in 2011.
Yeah, exactly. You're lucky that didn't go up like 2 years later.
Yeah.
When I say I'll be there 5 minutes, I'll be there like 24 hours later.
Yeah, right.
Don't wait on the corner for me.
Just like anything, either the fans give you or I give you, I assume it will eventually just end up in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. Cody, who I owe a shirt to from like a year ago, I'm finally getting his shirt off. When I say Cody, I said that shirt's going to be there next week.
Damn.
You can expect that in 2011.
Yeah. 2011.
Oh, and I need you to pay the postage on that.
That's right. So, yeah, you still need to get my book too, man. Come on now, Corey. Come on, don't forget my book. Oh, you already looking at me like you forgot?
What book?
You're kidding me, you son of a bitch.
I'll throw a book at you.
The fucking book that Paul got me, you jerk.
Oh,
let the right one in. Yeah, he did.
You're never going to see that book.
Oh, yeah, I will. Don't worry. I'm going to tear this goddamn place apart until I find it.
If you... Now, with what?
With my fucking kick-ass laser heat vision eyes.
Now, if you remember when Paul gave me that book,
2 years ago,
that so-called book, Paul and I were on Space Cake. And I don't think there was ever a book that existed.
You fucking liar, dude.
I'm just telling you.
You're the worst liar I know, Corey. Don't lie to me.
Paul is one of our members, one of our very close friends from London. We hung out with Paul a few times, and Paul is good. But that day, everybody knows the story about Amsterdam, Paul and I hanging out there in Space Cake. I don't think there ever was a book involved. I think Paul just was high.
Motherfucker. No, I think you're high right now. Why are you always smiling, Corey, when you tell me these things? Why do you always smile? What's so funny?
Because I'm a happy guy.
You're a terrible liar. That's what you are.
Nice guy. Well, can I help it if I'm just happy with life?
You keep telling yourself that, Corey. I'm sure somebody out there will believe you.
I'm still high on Space Cake. That's why. Hey, co-host.
Damn, I killed some Space Cake right now.
Yeah, Paul gave you the
Let the Right One In.
The book Let the Right One In, which is what the movie's based off of.
Right.
And I will get that to you.
Goddamn right you will. I expect that shit on my desk tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock.
Okay, so that means factor in colored people time. That'll be there next Thursday then.
Yeah, for once pretend you're white. Yeah, just get that shit on my desk, all right?
Oh, okay. Golly gee, I'll have it first thing 3 in the morning. Then, why do people like making fun of white people like that? It's like, I don't know if any white person that says, hey, buddy, how you doing today? Golly gee.
I don't know.
I know more black people that talk that way than white people. Hey, Corey, old buddy.
I know. I was like, why is everybody doing Urkel when they try to be white? I don't get that.
Exactly.
He's black. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I thought that's how you guys started when you're younglings. You start talking like Urkel, and then as you get older, you end up sounding like Puff Daddy. So.
Well, a lot of people don't know that before black people pull out of Africa, that's how they talk.
Is that how they?
Yeah, but we just what happened was, now a lot of people don't know this in history. Like when people came over to Africa, we were actually on the beaches greeting the ships when the slave owners came over. We were there like, hey buddy, welcome, come on, golly gee, we want to show you the jungle, old pal. And what happened was the white people just thought we were too happy. They wanted to bring our spirits down, so they cut our tongues out.
Oh.
So we started talking like that because we didn't have any tongues, and that's just how the language spread. I mean, most of it happened with slave ships going back to America. So, yeah, that's
there you go,
the history.
Yeah, there you go. Another history moment with Corey Coleman.
Of Ebonics right there. In English, that means golly gee. Shucks.
Oh, I thought it meant bullshit.
That too. This is bullshit, man.
Yeah.
That's what we said before I got tongues cut out. What are you doing? This is bullshit, man.
Well, anyway.
Hey, welcome. Let's do this, everybody.
Let's do this, yes.
All right. They say in Africa, There's some African person right now. How dare they?
Yeah, I dare. What are you going to do? You're in Africa.
Cutting this podcast off right now.
Yeah. No, man. You swim over here in your little boat? You going to try to throw a spear at me?
Man, you go too far,
you
sir.
telling me there's no such thing as a spear?
You go too far.
I use a spear.
We don't throw spears.
In my dreams.
Hey, look, we chuck spears, okay?
Now why you got to use that word chuck? Don't you know that's racist?
Hey, I had an Uncle Chuck. What are you talking about? He was a cool guy.
Corey.
What are you talking about, man? Why are you doing this?
First you're making fun of Precious, now you're making fun of Chuck.
Twisting my words around. Some people got mad when we were sitting there watching the Golden Globes because I made fun of that girl. Out of all the things
I know, people calling you racist.
I know people call me racist because I said, what's that movie with that fat black chick? What's her name? And people are like, how could you be so racist?
Yeah.
Well, she's fat and she's black. I mean, what you want me to say?
Oh, now she's a fat black chick. Oh, what are you saying?
You can say fat, you can say black. When you put those two words together, racist.
Oh boy.
Oh man, that's the first.
Trouble. Capital T.
Wow, the irony, man. I feel like I was in the Twilight Zone. The guy who talks about race issues the most ends up being accused of being racist against black people.
It was funny because I can hear you on the other end of the line. Like, you really sweating. No, I'm not. Look, let me rephrase that.
I was South African.
I'm sorry. Let me. You're already doing your apology statement.
Yeah. I feel like I was at the Golden Globes. I'd like to apologize to Jesus and fat black people all around the world. Now, we watched the Golden Globes, people, and we did it live as they were going on. That was my first night. Anybody who watched the show, they kept hearing me give this explanation. That was our first time doing a show live where people could come to our website.
Right.
And they didn't have to go to another site to listen.
Right.
Thank God for Ustream. That's what we use. I did a combination of Ustream and Blog Talk Radio, and we finally were able to have people come to the site and listen.
Yeah, and it worked.
Yeah, and it worked. And I actually had a good time.
No, I had a blast, man, and it worked with the exception of, I guess, the second part you were chopping up. I don't know. I know if you were to record that and replay it, you want to be able to hear it. But
I did.
You did hear it.
Oh, you know what? No, because people, sometimes when I go through Blog Talk Radio,
sounds like shit.
Yeah, and I have to go and I have to do the Skype to Skype thing to keep from paying like high cost, and a lot of people say, now here's the deal though. A lot of people say that, man, you were breaking up bad. And then some people come in and they say, I hear you fine.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I heard it. I tuned in real quick. I noticed on the site you were doing that, and I tuned it in, and it was just fucking just chop, and I was like, I can't listen to this.
I don't know. Some people said it was all right, and some people said it was chopping up. I don't know who did it for, but I'm gonna listen to the people that said it was chopping up.
Right.
I'm gonna try and fix that.
No, I wouldn't lie to you. Shit.
I
ain't got no reason.
It's chopping up. Trying to fuck with my head. You sound choppy.
That shit's all fucked up, man.
Yeah. What you doing? What you underwater doing this?
Yeah.
But for the most part, it worked. So we can finesse it, but I know that it's working. And so we tested it out by watching the Golden Globes with the Spill members and co-hosting. We had a lot of fun. Yeah. We took calls and all kind of stuff. So it was goofy. Now a lot of people were saying, well, how come? Because a lot of people are mad. They were like, damn it, where is this on iTunes? How come you didn't post this later? And I was like,
because we didn't record it.
No, we didn't record it. For one, I didn't know if it was going to work or not. I want to do this very low key. And number two, So you're listening to it. You can't hear the Golden Globes. All you hear is you and I making stupid comments, and that's all. And so like we didn't post it up.
It wasn't worthy to post up.
No, it was just something to act stupid and have fun with and see if it worked.
And we were actually doing that to test out this equipment. So when the Academy Awards shows up, there could be a possible show set up the same way.
Yeah, and it will be. I just have to go in and see what the hell is going on with all this choppiness that people say. But yeah, we will have an Oscars show, and this will also help with the live call-in shows because one of the things that I know Jamie was always saying, he was like, man, and Jamie is the manager up in New York.
He's 100%.
I'm not very 100% about this. I only feel about 40% on this idea. And Jamie said, he's like, man, I just wish we could find a way where we could host it from the site. And so now that we found a way, I'll be doing probably these call-in shows every week. So
all right, you have fun with that, Corey.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna have a blast. Always putting something new on the page, man. Got to keep moving forward. Got to keep thinking. Never can get comfortable with something. By the way, on the show this evening, we have, let me give people a rundown here.
Yes.
We're going to start out the show a little differently by reading some email beforehand. Just one piece.
Okay.
And then we'll do our regular format later, reading the email after the show.
It's cool.
There's something I want to talk about with Ricky Gervais. Something that had me just pissed.
Who?
Ricky Gervais. Got to host at the Golden Globes.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know who that is.
You really don't?
But you're telling me. Oh, the guy from The Office?
Yes.
Okay. See,
you just saw him at the Golden Globes.
I never knew his name. I never cared. I saw him in like 2 episodes of the original Office. And so
you only know him as like
it was good, but that's all I know him from.
That fat white British dude.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just don't know
him. Who does that show, The Office. Yeah, no, he has something coming up that had me. He said something, and he didn't mean it personal, but I took it personal.
Well, and who did he say it to you?
I felt like it. You'll see what I'm talking about. You see.
All right.
So, got some movie news, man.
That's right. Got some breaking. Well, it won't be so breaking.
Yeah, it's already been broken. Yeah. But it's breaking news for this room right here.
Yeah, you're damn right. We're going to talk about it. Yeah.
Hey, roaches, you heard it here first.
That's right. We're talking about it before the Leo gets their dirty hands on it.
Yeah, we got some news on a director of a much talked about movie as of late. Caused a stir with a lot of fans.
Right.
But they already found a director for it. And then we're going to talk about some other directors' projects. Quentin Tarantino's talking about what he's going to do next.
Yep.
And let's see. We missed some things from last week.
Yes, we did.
Okay, everybody's talking about HD TV, LED, PST, STD, all that kind of shit. But all
TP,
this, 3D, all that kind, all this technology
Double
coming
Ds.
up, with televisions and stereos and everything that's entertainment. Everybody's talking about the new technology, but there's one piece of entertainment that I don't think people really know about, but it should be known all over the world.
It will be known tonight, my friend.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, it will be. And she goes by Roxy, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. And then we, it's been a long time since we talked about news from the fried chicken front.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, apparently
more fried chicken news.
Well, you brought it up.
That was okay. Well, this is somebody just going nuts, but yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe it has something to do with chicken.
It has something to do with a fast food restaurant.
Okay.
And somebody going nuts.
I don't know. Chicken just sounded funny.
Yeah.
So I just decided to make it chicken.
Yeah.
And then we have email.
Yes.
So that's the rundown of the show. I think that lasts us a good while.
It's going to be fucking awesome, dude.
If you don't like it, then fuck you.
That's right. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we will. Stick around, though. We will fuck thoughts at the end.
I said get out!
No, we're looking at get out of here! When I was in when I always talk about this, when I was in the National Guard, I had to go to basic training first.
Okay.
I got in when I was like 17. So I was in high school, so I went, it was split up. Like I went my junior year in high school, like summer that came along, I had to go to basic training. Went back to high school for my senior year, and then that following summer I completed my basic training in something called what do you call it, your special training or whatever.
Special training, Special Olympics?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot a gun. They gave me a gun. No, you have your basic training, and then you have your training in your specialty. Okay. Whatever that is,
sniping,
scouting, yeah, it could be,
bomb defusing,
ninja training, all that kind of stuff.
Nunchuck training,
all that kind of stuff. Yard work, knitting, crochet, all that kind of stuff.
Dragon fighting training.
Dragon fighting training, yeah. Baking cakes, all that kind of stuff, man. No,
Paper mache.
Paper mache. yeah, no. Learning how to fly spaceships, all kind of cool stuff.
Playing with yourself training.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sounds
like my kind of
had
class.
that already down.
Born natural.
What was it? I can't remember which summer it was, but I think it was that first summer. And the drill sergeants, they let you know ahead of time, like before you go in, your recruiter will probably tell you, like, hey, it's going to be a mind game. Okay, you're going to go in there and they're going to yell at you. They're going to get in your face. They might raise a fist at you. They might even push you around a little bit.
Right.
But they're not allowed to really put their hands on you, and they're especially not allowed to hit you. So we thought, like, okay, that's cool. So that whole time I went through training, I was thinking, this is easy because they're never gonna lay a hand on me.
I
no
can
matter
get yelled
what I
at,
do.
yeah.
And I remember they caught me doing shit that just infuriated them, and they were just like, "Oh, cold man," but they couldn't touch you.
Yeah.
But
they did tell you they'd be doing a lot of skull fucking to you, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. They didn't tell you what they touch you with.
They asked you.
They can't put their hands on you.
Did they ask you to go to their house and fuck their sister and stuff like that? Yeah.
It was kind of, I mean, that stuff that you saw like in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff was like one of the things I saw a drill sergeant yell at one guy. This is the first time I heard the word punked being used. It was a drill sergeant there who said, "You want me to punk you, boy?" We all kind of laughed. We were like, "What?"
Oh, Sarge, you're so hip.
Yeah. Hey, man, what's
hip
that?
and cool.
Hey, Daddy, what's that lingo you talking? Shut up, Robbie.
You're one hip cat.
That drill sergeant was telling everybody that.
Yeah.
You looking at me, boy?
Yeah.
You want me to punk you? It's like, because it sounded like he's like, you want me to fuck you? Who the fuck are we working with here?
Yeah. Okay. Wait, did I join the Navy? What's going on here? What's going on here?
No, we had all kinds of drill sergeants losing their mind. I remember I was almost about to start laughing, man. There was this drill sergeant who threw bread at somebody.
What the fuck?
Threw a loaf. We were out there in the field, and they had the cooks out there. And this drill sergeant lost his mind with someone, and he picked up a loaf of bread that hadn't been opened yet. It was still in the plastic.
What the fuck was it?
He swung it and hit this guy.
What?
Fucking slices bread went everywhere.
Are you kidding me?
And that drill sergeant said he was from I think he was from Cuba or Puerto Rico. Anyway, he's like, "Fuck it. I'll pay for the bread."
I was like, did that motherfucker carry that bread in like a side holster or something? What the fuck? Is that how they take care of shit in Cuba?
And I know, yeah.
I get the fucking bread.
He sound like fucking
like Tony Montana. I fucking hit you with some bread, man.
I fucking hit you with some bread, man.
Say hello to my white bread, man.
Fuck it, I'll pay for the fucking bread. But
fly pelican.
Fly bread slices. Fly. But
who wants some toast?
Yeah. You looking at me, man? You want some bread beside your fucking head, man?
About to butter your ass.
But these are the worst Cuban accents. We know people. But you know what? I think he was mad at that guy because that drill. We had a guy named Jeremy Carr who the drill sergeants just they ended up liking this guy because he was incorrigible, man. He just could not learn. He was funny. He fucking sit in the showers and jerk off, and people be like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" He just didn't give a shit, you know.
He was a comic relief.
He was. The guy was crazy. I mean, he's a guy that drill sergeants hated because they couldn't break him, and near the end they loved the guy.
Oh yeah, because they had a great story to tell at the end of the night when they're all fucking pissed, drinking beer, you know.
Yeah,
talking about their shitty day,
and they would just fuck with that guy. Because I remember one of our drill sergeants came out, and we had to like when we were running, we had to like do these cadences. And like, can you hang? Ha ha! Can you hang? Ha ha!
Yeah.
Run! Ha ha! Go! Or some shit like that.
Did you go? What the fuck does that mean?
No, we didn't question it. You know, we just kept going. And, I remember that same Cuban or Puerto Rican drill sergeant came out. He showed up the next day drunk. When he was running, he was kind of weaving a little bit. He was all right. He ran the whole time. I got to give it to him. He was drunk, but he ran the whole time. But I remember he was out there trying to do that cadence. He was like, "Go, ha ha," and that guy Jeremy,
hoo-ha!
And that guy Jeremy sat up there and he yelled out, "Drunk, ha ha. And you can see
Who said that? Who said that, man?
Oh, fucking slice of bread up your fucking head, man. No, and that dude, you could tell he turned around, was too drunk to do anything. He looked around and was almost fell and shit. He was like, and it was funny because they just started fucking with that guy's car. In fact, I remember that guy was that same day. That guy was just so relaxed. He was kind of because he was just coming out of it, but he was just kind of like, he didn't give a fuck. And he looked at that guy Jeremy. He's like, he said, Jeremy, he said you probably fart like he said you're a fucking faggot, Jeremy. You know that? He said you probably fart like this, and he did his mouth on a circle and went like.
What?
Like
what
he was
the hell? Yeah, I know that.
Oh,
But
that's what he's like. He said, "That's why he's like you like to take it in the ass car. You probably fart like this."
Okay.
And we were all like,
all
Jesus
right.
Christ.
Wow.
It was some real. Like,
how do you know that?
Yeah, I know. It was like some homoerotic shit going on when I was there. But here's the deal, man. That night that we were like about to go back home, like we were done our training, we were about to go back to our cities. Me and this other guy, they told us to go up into the barracks and see if they needed any help just putting everything right before we left. And so we walked up the steps, and there was this Hispanic drill sergeant beating the fuck out this kid. I mean, seriously, that guy. It looked like we got there after that guy had just been beaten almost unconscious, because that guy he hit that guy, and that guy was like he was almost like an ironing board. He just fell kind of flat. And he was going to hit the ground. The drill sergeant caught him again, propped him up against the wall and punched him. And me and this kid, we stood up there just looking, man, with our mouths kind of open. We're like, what? And,
oh, shit.
And we didn't know what to do. We just stood there. And the drill sergeant turned around, looked at us, and like, get out of here. And we just like, yes, sir.
Oh, fuck. That fucking kid's like fucking a bloody mess.
Oh, that kid, I mean, he didn't even look. He'd been punched so much that he couldn't react anymore.
He looked like silly putty.
He just had this stare on his face like he was just numb now.
Chewed up gum.
Yeah. We don't know what the fuck happened to that kid. We don't know what happened to that drill sergeant. I didn't see that guy the next day or that drill sergeant. So I don't know. I swear to God, this is true. I wish I was in touch with the guy that I was up there with, because, we were the only two witnesses. And we thought too, we were like, you think anybody's going to like ask us about this? And he's like, man, I hope not.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
all I can think about is that all I see right now is Tony Montana as your drill sergeant and catching that dude in the shower. Hey, man, what you doing? Hey, you jerking off in the tug? Hey, don't make me hit you with my bread. What'd you say? You going to butter my bread? You motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
Jerking off again. Yeah. No, that guy was crazy, because I remember it was an open shower, when he started ejaculating.
He didn't care. Yeah,
he didn't give a fuck. And everybody was just everybody lifted their feet like, what the fuck are you doing, man? And I was like, I was in the shower, I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, fucking Jeremy's jerking off over here. And I was like, how do you know? He's like, look at the fucking drain.
That's not hair conditioner.
Yeah, it was like, that ain't shampoo.
Yeah. I can see people trying to run out and slipping and sliding all in that goddamn shower. Shaking in the mouths and eyes. What's going on here, man? What's going on?
They got that guy so fucking drunk the night before we left. I remember that kid. He came out. He was so drunk. He was just the drill sergeant just let they would pull him in, get him drunk, and then it was almost like they would just release him into the wild. Like, they just let him. We were all laughing. They just let him out to like entertain us. Because I remember he was so drunk. He even looked at me like, Coleman, they fuck with me, man. Hey, man, I'm sorry. Are you still my fucking friend, Coleman? What are you talking about, man?
No,
not now.
No way. Stop jerking off in front of me.
Dude, there was one night. It was a lot of crazy shit happening. There was one night where we passed up. Our platoon did the best on our physical training test, and so they took us to the NCO club to let us see some. Okay, they took us there to let us drink a little bit. Just a little bit, and to see some strippers. They brought some strippers over. Okay, first of all, I was not drinking at the time. I did not drink anything. That's
right.
I didn't drink water.
You were straight edge.
I swallowed my own spit. That's how I got mine. Like, I didn't do anything. So me and this guy, we just kind of sat back and we just observed the whole thing, and that was the craziest shit. First, okay. Now the strippers that they brought in. Let's start with that. The strippers they brought in, nasty.
Oh, of course.
Just look. I mean,
They
they
look like the Wolfman.
Yeah, they look like
with
they
a bikini.
Yeah. And maybe I'm thinking about them worse. I mean, they weren't terrible, but I know in my mind it's worse because it looked like they had.
Well, when you say worse, I think about chicks who like don't shave their legs.
No,
shit
nothing
like that. Like, okay.
No, they just looked like they had a little bit of cellulite and looked like they had black tar heroin marks on their legs and shit. It was. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm sure in my mind it was worse. It's just that for strippers, I was thinking like
you see holes in their toes.
Yeah, and all that shit. They
shooting up.
They didn't have toes, so those were long gone.
Amputated.
No, they were all right. I mean, honestly, they were just regular girls that they had come in and take their tops off.
So they were fat.
It was just something about them. I mean, like I don't know. Yeah. At the time, I just wasn't that interested, and nothing made me go like gaga.
Yeah.
But so. The strippers came in and what they did was bring in just white strippers. Mm-hmm. And so the white strippers, and that's all they had. These girls, they didn't really want to like deal with the black guys. And honestly, I can't blame them not wanting to deal with some of them because look, first of all these kids were crazy.
Right.
But you get some white strippers who look at these black kids who are crazy. You know, they probably didn't win. This is the South, so they're probably thinking like, I ain't dealing with that. So it did feel a little segregated in there. I just like that's not cool. You know, either they could have brought in some girls who were a little more open minded, or brought in some black girls or something.
Open minded girls at a strip club.
Yeah, it was. You would think so. Like,
how can it not be?
I know you thinking I'm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you gonna segregate? You know?
Yeah.
They pay you for this, but it got. Well, the thing is, it got out of hand. It got crazy.
Oh, it did. Right.
Yeah, those girls, man, they should have never brought those girls in. A bunch of fucking horny, like 17, 18-year-old kids.
I bet.
They brought those girls in, and so they started like just kind of playing around with the guys, and like I said, only the white guys.
Right.
And I remember one girl like saying like because the guys were able to touch them and all this kind of stuff, and one girl was just like, "Get your finger out of my ass." And it got kind of crazy
like that.
It got crazy, and so the girls was just they said, "Okay, you need to get these guys under control," and so alcohol was drank. Nobody was keeping up how much alcohol people were consuming. It was mostly beer, but nobody was watching how much beer the kids were drinking.
Right.
And those kids start getting rough with those girls. And at this point, the black guys were looking at this, and they weren't seeing it as the guys getting rough with the girls. They were seeing it as like, man, those girls all over those guys, they don't want to fuck with us. You know, fuck this. We're going to make this a party. So they went up on stage. And just start taking over. Like they push the strippers off stage, and all the black guys just start dancing.
See,
like there was music playing, they just kind of like, you know, they just had a good time. And the girls, like between the black guys taking over the stage and the white guys molesting the girls, the girls were like, fuck it, we're going out of here. We can't take this anymore.
They ran out. They ran
out. So the white guys were sitting up there kind of all mad because they had nothing to do. The black guys were like, this is a party right here. They start playing music and
the regular customers are coming in going, when did this fucking place turn into a gay bar? What the hell?
What the fuck is going on here?
Oh my god! See, and that's why those strippers are worried, Corey. Those black guys always got to go up and start going crazy, dancing the crazy dance.
Hey, we weren't the ones molesting the girls, though. You know, it's like they were really running from the white guys at that point. They were just kind of like, these guys are losing their fucking minds, and they say the whole place is going crazy. And they did. And at that point, the drill sergeant came in. They were like, we got to get these guys out of here. Okay,
everybody
get
out.
These fucking kids out of here. All right, this is getting out of hand. I mean, it was turning to a monkey cage.
Right.
Not black monkey, not black people.
No, Corey, how dare you?
No, it was because even some of the white guys at that point, they were kind of like, "Fuck it, man. You know, you brothers got the right idea." And so everybody just we just started going crazy. Everybody started dancing and shit. Yeah. And it was like I just can't imagine you were one of the drill sergeants. You out in the parking lot, you see some girls just book it out of there.
Fuck out of
there. And you go in and it's fucking gremlins.
Yeah,
you know, it's just like fucking everybody's in there. Yeah.
See one guy with a popcorn hat on running around with a butcher knife.
Yeah. One guy's got a cape on.
Yeah.
The fuck you get a cape?
No shit. You got the one flasher guy with the
and a trench coat and shit. Yeah. We're like, where the fuck did these costumes from?
God, yeah.
Props and shit. Where'd he get this shit?
Muppet, you see the Muppets swinging on shit.
Somebody brought their rifle, they shooting up in there. And they said, "Get the fuck out!" I mean, they were mad. You guys, get the fuck out! And we were so drunk. Now, when I say we, not me. You know, everybody was it was me and this guy and about maybe 3 other people who were just sitting up there just laughing because the shit got out of control.
You hear that one guy? It's a madhouse.
I'm in a zoo. And we got swept up in it. We were just laughing.
Yeah.
When the drill sergeant was like, "Get the fuck out!" Everybody just like,
shut the fuck up.
Fuck you. Hey,
man, don't tell me to shut up.
And they had to bring in another drill. They had to bring in another drill sergeant to come in and help get everybody out. Like, seriously, get the fuck out. And they looked at us like, you guys, you get everybody together, because they knew we weren't drunk.
Right,
they said, anybody who has been drinking, get the fuck up and get these men together. So we were like, come on, man. You know, so we all went back, shambling back to the base. You should have seen motherfuckers out there. Like,
I bet
they were trying to get guys to like. They one drill sergeant, when everybody was gone, had nothing to do with it. He came up and was like, hey, let's see who can walk a straight line. They brought this one dude up, and they had that dude try to walk a straight line, and everybody was like, yeah, go, man, go. And that guy looked at us like, shh. I can't hear the line.
I can't hear the line. That is awesome. That needs to be put in a movie.
That was fucked. And then they brought us upstairs, and they're like, they came down and told us, like, okay, guys, look. And they were cool with us. The drill sergeants, they weren't yelling or anything, because we would be, you know, they're like, okay, good job, guys. Look, get everybody upstairs quietly, and you guys, and I forgot what they told us. They would make it up to us somehow. They're like, if you got to be up all night, we'll make it up to you somehow, but make sure these guys are okay, because they know they get in trouble for what happened too. So, man, that night it got worse. There was one guy in bed who just did not want to shut up. This guy was just like, no. And one guy came up, and it was like, I can't remember.
That sounds like somebody I know when I was in France.
Who, Frank?
They know it was a guy Frank brought with him. But
I do.
That guy went nuts. Yeah.
Man, this dude was he was in bed. He would not shut up, and I remember there was this guy. He was real calm, real quiet, nice guy. I can't remember his name, but he came up to that guy and he's like, hey, man, look, just calm down, man. We're trying to get everybody to sleep, and you're the loudest one. And, you know, we don't want to get in trouble, man. So, you know, just calm it down. And that guy looked at him. He's like, your mother's a whore. And that guy like, what'd you say about my mother? What'd you say, man? He started hitting. I just saw this flashlight going up and down on this guy's fucking head, man. We were like, hey, man, calm down. He's like, come on, motherfucking whore, man. We were like,
there's blood on the flashlight. Like, what the fuck?
Guy's dead.
Unstable guy. Yeah. Try to be rational to a drunk guy. That usually doesn't work.
And the last thing I remember, before I close this whole story up, the last thing I remember is like 2 guys were missing, and it was so crazy. Like the drill sergeant came in, they said, these 2 men, where are they? Yeah. Like, I thought they were helping us out, and they're like, oh shit! They got in a truck, brought those motherfuckers back. They tried to sneak back to the NCO club. They went back. There was the building was empty. There was no strippers. There was nothing going on there. And those 2 numbnuts tried to walk back, and they said and when they brought them back in, they said, all right. It was the next day. They brought him in, and like they told us 2 guys, all right, so and so, step up.
Yeah.
Platoon, can you believe these 2 dipshits last night tried to sneak back to the NCO club? I drove by, saw these fuckers jump in a ditch.
What?
Therefore, tonight, they will be up all night pulling duty for the man that had to do it the night before. Everybody's like,
that's right, man.
I got plenty of bread waiting for you, man.
Allow the bread to be sliced tonight.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was some fun times, man.
Wow.
Anyway, man.
Never told me that story before. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy shit,
but,
man.
Anybody in the goddamn military gets like crazy ass stories like that.
They do.
My buddy Gabe has like the most insane fucking stories. Like, I can't even. Yeah, he told me them so long ago. Every time I'm like, are you bullshitting me? Really? Fucking did that shit happen? He's like, oh yeah.
No, believe him, man.
Yeah.
Because, that crazy shit does happen.
There are some crazy motherfuckers in the military. Let me
it is. No, it is. And you got to be, man. I mean, that shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do.
That shit drives people insane. I mean, to go with what I have to admit, that shit, it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. And it will drive you out of your mind if you're not in the right frame of mind.
Right.
Will fuck with you proper. Let's see what we have here now. All right, we gave people a rundown of the show.
That's right, yeah.
Told you about the military.
About an hour ago, yeah.
Convinced you kids to join the military. Fun times,
yeah.
Fun times.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot what else we did, but hey, we gave you a proper setup here.
That's right.
Anyway, man, are you ready?
I'm fucking ready. Well, I've been ready.
I know, we've been ready. Yes.
since like 8 o'clock.
I think we have like a 30-minute intro.
Who knows?
So, all right, people, strap yourselves in because we got plenty of bullshit ready for you.
Strap it in tight.
Pack it in. Pack it up. Pack it in. Let us begin. All right, man, I'm ready.
The juice is loose.
All right, the juice is ready.
I'm fucking ready.
You ready?
You're
I'm ready.
ready. We're all ready.
Let's do this! Oh, shit, boy. Now the black guy's taking over the stage.
Oh, my God. There's a black.
Oh, goddamn,
Jack
boy.
Five.
White people around the room. Look at them. Where those strippers go?
Total
Bring them
pandemonium.
back in. Oh, here come the white dude. She's like, they say, you brothers got the right idea. Jamming out here. All right. A lot of people say, hey, man, where's Goatsy? Goatsy's taking a break
He's
right
taking
now.
a little break. Right
He'll be
now.
back in a
He
couple
will.
of weeks.
He will.
Yeah,
He will.
yeah.
Don't
Goatsy
you
just got
worry.
to, yeah, Goats need a vacation too.
He needs a goddamn vacation, man. Goat works too goddamn hard. He's writing some new tunes. That's what he's doing.
Exactly. Yeah. We have a banjo playing sheep in this place right now.
Yes. Tried to teach a frog to fucking play the banjo, but instead it's WB frog. He's out of work. So
Yeah. Oh, that WB
Yeah,
frog?
yeah.
Yeah. Where's he been? WB. I'm
Yeah.
fire.
Times are tough, Corey.
Oh, look, they just released, it was a press release right here about the story that we're going to talk about tonight.
Oh no shit. So it's official, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, the funny thing is that we'll talk. Well, when we get into it, we'll talk about it. But it was kind of hinted at during the Golden Globes that somebody was attached to this project.
Really?
Yeah, the name wasn't given, but we'll talk when we get to it. We'll talk about
We'll
it.
let you talk about that when we get to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, proper press release just came through to me
Wow.
about this bullshit.
Some big news.
Yeah. I think it came out earlier today, but all the press people in Austin are getting this news right now. And some people are like, well, what is it? What is it, Corey? We want to know. Well, you just got to fucking wait. I got more important things to talk about right now.
We do.
I want to get into an email.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you said you wanted to start off the show with an email first.
Yes, I do. I want to start out with an email first, and the reason why I want to start out with this email is because it's and we can just get serious. Not too serious for a moment,
Yeah.
but somebody gave us let's see. It says they had a serious question and a not so serious question, and I'm gonna talk about the serious question.
Who asked this?
This is from Azazel. He says, "It is my first fault thucking, so please be gentle." Well, you're asking some serious questions, so we're going to be extra gentle with you because you're kind of sensitive.
We'll try.
You're asking
We'll
the
lube
sensitive
up real
questions.
nice for you.
Yes. Get that Vaseline. He says here, what do you think about Haiti? I just want to know what your thoughts are. I think it's hilarious, man. It's fucking funny as hell. What the fuck you think about Haiti?
What is that, a new movie? What's going on?
Haiti, the comedy. No, man, it is terrible what is going on in Haiti, and we know that things happen all around the world. I mean, there's war over in Africa.
There's still a war going on right now for crying out loud.
There's a war in Afghanistan. There's poverty. I mean, look, do I need to go off and like talk about the atrocities in the world? It's everywhere. But when something like this happens, people are describing the scene like it's almost like the apocalypse has happened.
Yeah,
like,
well, it looks
they
like
dropped a bomb. Somebody went there and said, I think someone who, I don't know if it was somebody who was around during the time when they bombed Hiroshima. Surely it can't be, but someone described the rubble and the wreckage and the death as something that you would see in a war zone, something that
Right.
on the scale of when they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima.
Yeah, I mean, just the devastation. I mean, you can look at it on the news right now. There's plenty of footage, and that place is fucking devastated. It's leveled. Every building you can imagine has been hit hard.
Their capital
is in shambles.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had U.S. troops land right in front of it. We're there now to protect it. And a lot of
because there's lawlessness going on now.
Yeah,
and it was only a matter of time.
It's anarchy. Yeah,
if you don't know what happened, I mean, really, how could you not? But if you don't know, Haiti suffered a massive earthquake.
And 7.0 on the
and terrible earthquake. I mean, that's kind of shit that just almost opens up a hole in the earth and just swallows everything.
Right.
But there's as we speak right now, at the time of this recording, January 19th on a Tuesday night at 9:06 p.m.
Yeah.
There are people buried alive. I mean, people probably dying, suffocating, starving to death.
Right.
Probably don't have enough water. I mean, who knows what's dying from wounds? I mean, they're still pulling these people out from the rubble, and people are not going to be found. I mean, it's just that's the horrible truth out of it. But right now, they're showing you just all these people who are suffering. And it's really heartbreaking when you see the children who are suffering. They show these children who, just infants, man. I mean, they're not even crying at this point anymore. I mean, they have these gashes and these wounds. And the whole world right now is coming together to help.
Help them out. Yeah,
and I'm happy.
It's unfortunate because it's one of the poorest countries. I mean, and the devastation is so huge that I mean, it calls for everyone to get together and try to do something. I mean,
it does. I mean, these are human beings.
It's a sad disaster.
These are people who are
children
suffering.
are affected. Yeah, a lot of orphan kids right now. I mean, it's a mess.
And these people that they have nothing, and because of the wreckage and the rubble, I don't know how it is right now, but at first it was really hard to get help in there. And so these poor people are just suffering over there, and it's not for lack of help. People are really coming together to try to help this region, but they have a lot of challenges against them because of the nature of this disaster. Now, I want to get the negative out the way first. And I want to end this on a positive note. Of course, the negative, and I'm sure if you've been keeping up with this is nothing new. You always got at least one asshole who has to come out and say something shitty.
Exactly.
And when we have all this suffering put in front of us on television.
It happened during the tsunami. During any kind of devastation like this, there's always got to be one fucking idiot that has a forum to where he can talk to millions of people. And most of the time, these idiots that get on here, they say the fucking most ridiculous fucking thing that they could ever possibly say during a situation like this. And I don't know if it's just because they're just fucking crazy or they're looking for a little bit of attention that, they somehow need to be focused on, because that's the only way it makes any sense to me.
You hit it on the head there. It's both. Some people are crazy and some people are just looking for attention.
Right.
And I'll take crazy over looking for over attention, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Let's start out with crazy.
Yes.
Okay. When these disasters happen, you always have some religious nut who comes out and says, this is because God is punishing this region, or God is doing this because these people brought it upon themselves.
Right.
God is doing it just because he just doesn't like them.
They're not believers, so they were punished because they made a deal with the fucking devil.
And right there, what you're talking about, it's my man Pat Robinson.
That motherfucker.
It never fails. It never fails.
I keep thinking when I heard his name in the papers talking about making this fucking ridiculous statement, I was like, I thought that motherfucker was dead. I mean, I really thought he was dead for the longest time. And then when I realized, oh wow, he's making news over a fucking just embarrassing, retarded fucking statement like that, I'm shocked that the religious right have not pulled him off the fucking air for saying a comment like that.
Well, a lot of people who are associated with a lot of conservatives, a lot of Republicans, a lot of religious people have disassociated themselves with Pat Robinson's comments. I mean, and look, there's always going to be somebody who thinks this guy's right. I mean, these people,
fucking idiot.
The people are always going to find some truth in what somebody like this is saying. And people like this, you can be anybody if you're a big figure, and especially if you have a lot of outlets to speak to or to speak through. People are going to look at you as some sort of leader,
like that motherfucker Rush Limbaugh. That motherfucker.
We'll get into that in a little bit. But Pat Robinson, he's ahead of numerous Christian organizations,
which I'm always shocked when I read that. And
some of them don't even sound like that. I'm looking at some of these organizations right now because I looked up Pat Robinson a long time ago just to see, because Pat Robinson has been around ever since I've been alive.
Oh yeah.
Now you might know Pat Robinson. His best known organization is the 700
700 Club.
Yeah, he's the host. He's the evangelical host of the 700 Club.
It's that channel you always flip to and you're wondering who the fuck is watching this bullshit.
Oh yeah. No, but Pat Robinson, he's had over some other things that you wouldn't even know about. Like, don't even sound like Christian organizations, like the American Center for Law and Justice. And then he has other things that you can tell, which are like the Christian Broadcasting Network, CBN, and the Christian Coalition. And
I think didn't he play a big part in creating a lot of the Christian television that's out there? Shit.
Oral Roberts, I think.
I know he played a big part in it too. But
now, keep in mind, people, this is not a rant against Christians.
No,
it is a rant against
about an
a
idiot.
Christian.
It's about one fucking moron of a Christian. Yeah.
Yeah, and So Pat Robertson has come out and said a lot of derogatory things, just a lot of hurtful things towards homosexuals, towards people who he doesn't believe have the same faith that he does. And in this case, he feels that Haiti is one of those places where they've sort of betrayed themselves by betraying God.
And making a deal with the fucking devil.
Yeah, and that's what he said. And a lot of people say, what? He thinks that now Haiti is a region. I didn't know if they made a deal with the devil or not. I mean, I guess so. I know Haiti they rose against their slave captors and masters. This is one of the few successful uprisings.
French,
and they rose against the French, and they succeeded.
Yeah.
And Haiti throughout the years has been plagued with poverty, political mismanagement, of course, corruption, making one of the poorest regions around. But Pat Robinson's deal with this is that he thinks that a long time ago they gave their souls to the devil, so they have it coming.
Yeah, and God put an invisible line to make sure only they would get fucked with. We're talking about it, but just listen to how ridiculous this shit is, okay? It sounds even better when you say it.
Yeah, coming from his house, coming from the jackass's mouth. Now, this clip is taken from his network, Christian Broadcasting Network. And these quotes are pulled straight from him. This is him saying these words.
Pat, this is a calamity of cataclysmic proportions. I'm sure
this is a guy named Bill Horan, who's president of Operation Blessing. Whatever that is. That's what it says at the bottom of the screen. So I don't know who this guy is, but he's a reporter reporting about Haiti.
It's the worst thing that's happened since the tsunami, and it's just it's a mess, Pat.
Well, if all those buildings are down, I understand.
No, this is Pat Robertson talking, and he's always done it. Well, if all
and more are fallen than are standing, it may be a blessing in disguise. There might be a massive rebuilding of that country. Is that?
Now, a lot of people had a problem with that comment.
Oh, yeah. He wants to rebuild it. He's going to put some Christian sinners in there. And
I'll be willing to let that slide. Now, that's a very insensitive
thing. We're talking real estate. We're talking a Lex Luthor plan right now.
Yeah, he's probably the one that caused it. Yeah, he's the Lex Luthor of Haiti.
Thank you, God.
Yeah. As long as Superman doesn't come down and stop me, I think this might be a blessing in disguise.
We can bring God to the people finally. All those goddamn heathens.
Well, I don't know what he meant by that. Yeah. But it's such an insensitive thing to say. To say that the death of especially these children that we see is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot, man.
It's fucking
just dumb.
I
mean, how can you say it? It's just dumb.
It's fucking retarded.
I mean, this is a guy. I'm convinced that this man to be a Christian. This man has no fucking soul.
No, he doesn't. No. You'll see like you see like a wad of hundreds like right where his heart is.
Yeah, he's coughing up money.
Possible.
Well, I don't know. I would think that that would be a pretty optimistic attitude.
Even this guy, he's like, don't pull me into this shit. I didn't say that.
Yeah, this shit is not going to be good in the morning.
Rebuilding of that country, is that possible?
Well, I don't know. I would think that that would be a pretty optimistic attitude.
He wants an asshole.
No shit. And that's the one thing that gets me pissed off about, let's say someone like him. He looks like he kind of has a brain on him. I'm shocked he just doesn't go, you know what, I'm sorry, I can't do this. What does that comment mean? Do you realize what I just told you? Yeah, do you realize what I just said here? I mean, do you realize what's going on? And you say something like that, I don't know how to respond to that. I'm a reporter. Well, a so-called reporter.
These are people who are driven, and let me tell you something. They're not even driven so much by their belief. Mm-hmm. These are people who are fucking driven by money, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, this is a multi-million-dollar, probably billion-dollar empire that this guy's controlling.
It's a big Christian horror empire is what it is.
It is. And this fucking fool's coming on here, got all this money, sits back here and hides himself behind God, and sits up here and says insensitive shit like this, sitting on a pile of fucking money. Fuck this asshole.
Christy, something happened a long time ago in Haiti, and people may not want to talk about it. They were under the heel of the French, Napoleon III and whatever, and they got together and swore a pact to the devil. They said, we will serve you if you'll get us free from the French. It's a true story. And so the devil said, okay, it's a deal. And they kicked the French out. You know, the Haitians revolted and got themselves free. But ever since, they have been cursed by one thing after the other, desperately poor. That island of Hispaniola is one island. Mm-hmm. It's cut down the middle. On the one side is Haiti, on the other side is the Dominican Republic. Yeah. Dominican Republic is prosperous, mm-hmm. healthy, full of resorts, etc. Haiti is in desperate poverty. Same islands. Sure. They need to have, and we need to pray for them, a great turning to God. And out of this tragedy, I'm optimistic something good may come.
Oh, wow.
Unless somebody puts a fucking bullet in your head, nothing's good coming from this.
No shit.
Actually,
I was wondering, like, what fucking comic book was he reading with that fucking history information? I mean, what the fuck?
That's so logical.
Yeah.
The Dominican Republic is because they had guys just fine, and they got resorts and swimming pools.
They made a deal with
the devil has not been good to these fucking Haitian asshole heathens over here. Man, I hate this kind of logic. Now, they have
There's no logic to it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. A lack of logic. Yeah. Now they do have a disaster relief fund up there, but I don't know where the money goes. Mm-hmm. But I haven't looked at it yet and researched it because I've been looking at some reputable organizations to send money to. Mm-hmm. But without looking at this, I don't know. I myself would not trust it because I don't trust these evangelical empires.
Oh fuck no.
They got too much money to not have that money. They come on. They got these networks. They got these fucking suits and shit. I mean,
when they talk, they have an agenda already.
Yeah. And I'm not against people having money and having nice things, but these guys, I think that money's just going somewhere else, man.
Well, any fucking organization run by that fucking prick, I'm not. Why would I give it to it? I mean, why would I give any kind of money to an organization that lets that fucking guy be their spokesperson, for crying out loud?
Yeah, it's just I want to be fair and say I don't know. Look, if they are really truly giving money to this disaster fund, and I mean the money from this disaster fund is going straight to Haiti, I have no problem with that. More power to you, even despite that stupid shit that you said. Yeah. Because honestly, this guy, I can't even get that mad at him because you can tell he sort of.
No, he's crazy.
He believes what he's saying.
I told you.
The dude's fucking nuts, man.
I told you when I saw this, I was like, dude, to me, when I look at
he's
it,
old
it's
and
hard,
crazy.
It's hard not to get mad because he looks like a fucking old crazy guy who hasn't been fucking taken to the goddamn nursing home yet because, his fucking brain is rotting and falling out of his goddamn ear. And he's spouting out a bunch of crazy bullshit, I mean, you hear people talk like that on the streets, bums. And I'm talking about bums. I mean, you hear people make that kind of comment when they're fucking homeless and they're just fucking crazy half the time.
Yeah, no, this kind of lack of reason is I think it's dangerous with somebody like this. For somebody to have this much money and empire and just kind of have spew that kind of that kind of reasoning to people, I think is a dangerous thing. And I was just going to say it, and I've seen the reason why I feel so untrustworthy of somebody like Pat Robertson, despite, let's just say he didn't make any of those comments. Evangelical organizations, I've seen too many of them on TV where they just they scam people. Yeah. They got people all the time early in the morning. You see those shows where somebody says, I have this handkerchief. Swear to God, this is true. I have this handkerchief where the sweat from my head is from God. I will send you this handkerchief for a donation of $50 or more. People buy this shit.
Why? I mean, why would anyone with a fucking working brain with an organization like this? Do you think they made their money by giving it away to people in need? I mean, they got like fucking how many six networks going on? I mean, do you think they really made all that money only to give it away? No, they're pocketing a lot of it. That's why they're a huge empire. Empires are not built by giving away money and helping people. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work that way.
I'm very skeptical, and I'd have to do more research because they're going to argue saying, why can't people have nice things? But when you get to the point where it seems self-indulgent, and I've seen there's a guy in Houston who has a mega church, and I can't remember the guy's name, but opulence, living in opulence. And it just seems, like I said, it just seems very overindulgent. I mean, almost isn't self-indulgence considered somewhat of a sin?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we can go on all day about that. I mean, we can do a whole show about that, fucking dealing with these types of people.
Oh, but, the thing is, gluttony does not only have to do with food. A lot of people say gluttony. You don't have to be, you're not, you've heard the expression, a glutton for punishment. There's some people who are, gluttony can be considered any kind of self-indulgence. And that's what it seems like. I mean, it's just.
Well, there's another sin called greed. So.
And greed too, yeah. So. Yeah.
And the thing is that, it's unfortunate. I mean, if there is a charity out there that's taking money, to help the people of Haiti, that's great. But I mean, at least if I'm going to do something like that, it's not going to go to them only because, with a guy like that under their thumb, I'm sorry. And especially
like that?
And making a fucking comment like that. And for those organizations to not to make a press release to the media and go, look, we apologize about what this idiot just said. His comments don't reflect on our organization, but we are here to help these people. They're suffering, and this is what we plan to do. This is where the money is going. But you know what? I never heard any kind of retraction or statement from those groups saying that. So it's hard for me, or I think it'd be hard for anyone to just fork over your fucking money to an organization that allows their spokesperson to fucking say shit like that. It's just retarded. Even the White House fucking came out and said it's very unfortunate that somebody has to come out and say something as stupid as that.
Yeah, it was that comment they made about somebody else, but it's like
no, they made it about him.
Was it him?
Yeah, it was him. It was him.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is those comments showed a complete lack of compassion. And maybe there's some kind of weird compassion because he did say we'll pray for them, and they are attempting to put some money over there.
Yeah, they're praying. Corey, they're praying for us all. They're praying for you. All right.
Yeah.
They're praying for you to wise up and fucking fork over some cash so you can get some God in you. All right.
Now, see, that's my problem. It's like you say this because you're almost saying that it is a backhanded way of saying these people deserved it. They made a pact with the devil, so they had it coming.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Now, again, that infuriates me because what about something like 9/11, where I'm sure there were plenty of Christians in those Twin Towers, and they died. Whenever a catastrophe happens to Christian people or people that you believe is part of your faith or you believe don't deserve, how do you explain that? I mean, but then all of a sudden God is punishing people who you don't agree with.
That goes without saying, though. I mean, it's the same story, different day as far as these people with these positions of power. They go and they try to tell you and feed you what's not right, what you shouldn't be doing, and at the same time, these motherfuckers are, they're the ones who are fucking up. They're the ones who are getting the prostitutes. They're the ones who are stealing money from the communities, from whoever they're working for. I mean, with a certain amount of power, corruption does come into play. Everyone should know that, and nobody's above it, So it's just how things are, man. It's just how people work,
Oh, remember Jimmy Swaggart?
Oh yeah.
I remember Jimmy Swaggart was on TV. There was a reporter for Rolling Stone. He sat on TV and told this guy that he was either Rolling Stone or Hustler or something. And he told this reporter sitting there just laughing at him, just kind of like, okay. And Jimmy Swaggart just stood up there like, you will burn in hell for your sins. You are a sinner. Your crimes will be dealt with. I forgot exactly the right words, but that's the gist of it. Jimmy Swaggart is caught later with a prostitute.
Right.
Not even having sex with her, sitting in a chair, jerking off and crying and shit.
Yeah.
These people are holding back, man. They criticize people because of their own guilt or because of their own repressed feelings. Yeah. I really want to find this story on this woman, man, who, here it is. This is in Northern Ireland, and this is the first minister of Peter Robinson and the primary Catholic since okay, anyway, Miss Robinson, 61, has now hit a rough spot through the revelation that his wife Iris, this is Miss Robinson, I'm sorry, that his wife Iris, 60, had an affair with then 19-year-old Kirk McCambly, whom she helped obtain $80,000 in loans from property developers to finance his part ownership of a cafe near Belfast. Mr. and Mrs. Robinson both hold seats in the Belfast Independent, in the Belfast Assembly in the British Parliament. Mr. Robinson has asked for an independent investigation to look into the loans, including any role, blah, blah, blah. The whole thing would be amusing. Ms. Robinson's affair with a young man similar to the 1967 film The Graduate, except that the large issue, consolidation of Northern Ireland, okay, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And anyway, I don't even know I read this shit, but it was just funny that this is something that just recently happened. This is a woman who was just totally talking bad shit about homosexuals and people who weren't, who she considered to not be proper Christians, and all of a sudden, not 60 years old, cheats on her husband, steals money, and cheats on her husband with a 19-year-old kid. So she's somewhat she's somewhat of a predator too.
Right.
Fuck, man. And it's always people like that who come out and do this shit, man.
You know what, man? Money makes you crazy. I mean, that's how I look at it.
I guess it does,
fucking makes you crazy. That's all it does.
Just people.
It puts you in a whole nother world, and you are no longer like everyone else. So you must know how things are working right because you're so successful. So you're gonna try to shove that shit down other people's throat, and at the same time you're gonna forget all about all the fuck up decisions you make on a daily basis. Well, because you're not a fuck up. You have plenty of people around you to tell you you're a big success. You're a great person. You're doing great things for people when you're not doing shit.
Surrounded by yes people. I mean, but it's twofold, man. You got people who they either want to alleviate their secret guilt by pointing the finger at others.
Oh yeah.
And they, like I said, got all these repressed feelings. I mean, Jimmy Swaggart, his problem was he just was trying to be such a good person that he repressed all these sexual feelings, and look how not only did he criticize other people, but it came out crazily with him.
Look at fucking a good percentage of priests in this country, man. Fucking fondling kids. I mean, you can't. The repression is will turn you into a fucking monster after a while. I mean, that's just how it goes, man. That's how people work. Yeah. It's hard for anybody to be fucking pure. It'll drive you fucking crazy.
The other asshole is Rush Limbaugh, man.
That fucking well, he's always a shithead.
Not only did he say that this was
Obama's fault.
Obama was the one that caused the
Obama
earthquake.
did it.
With his Obama ray.
Yeah.
The Obama bomb. You know Obama was a secret villain, did you? A secret super villain. The White House is his lair. He has his own Obama cave.
The juggernaut.
But he says that not only with this is something that the Obama office is that this is why the Obama administration they're latching themselves onto this because it's great publicity for them. It's the gist of what he's saying. But he's also saying that we already gave charity to Haiti. It was in the form of taxes.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he didn't even want to. He's saying like it came out later that he meant like give money to charitable organizations, just don't give it through anything that has to do with like the federal government because that money is going to go to Obama's campaign. Meanwhile, I can guarantee you this dipshit hasn't given any money to this at all.
Why would he?
He's sitting on fucking millions.
No, he's in Hawaii fucking playing golf, having heart attacks. Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm trying to find the things that he said here. He said about the tax thing, he says, you already give money to Haitian relief. It's called the income tax. Again, maybe you have a point in there somewhere and it's pretty sincere, but to come out and with Limbaugh, he's just an attention seeker anyway.
Oh, yeah. No, he says retarded shit all the time to get in the news because nobody's fucking listening to that fucking show he does.
And that's what he says. Yeah. Oh, no, that's a problem, man. Everybody listens to that fucking show he does. Not everybody, but he has enough listeners. He has millions of listeners. That's how he gets his money.
I want to see those numbers. I've never seen them.
You want to see
I want to see the numbers.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can find them. Here's what he said about...
Yeah, you'll find them where Carlisle finds his numbers.
Well, let's see. He says that the Haitian crisis is playing right into the hands of the Obama administration. And that's just ridiculous. I mean, again, to sit up here and make this a political issue. I mean, just wait till at least a little bit of relief has happened.
Why? If he does that, nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
So you say it when when the shit's hitting the fan and you're good and ready. Yeah.
Again, this is somebody who's a callous, rich prick, man. They don't give a fuck about any of those people, those children they see dying and suffering on TV.
He's never going to see that. He'll only see it on TV.
Yeah.
And they're not even going to show the worst of it.
No.
Ever.
And when he comes on and says something like that, it's just he's doing it to cite anger, and he's doing it to get attention. He's doing it he's striking at the right moment when he's going to become controversial. It's all about a business to him. That's just going to help him get more money in his pockets, and he's seizing the moment, man.
And the sad thing is, some people are going to tune into his fucking show to hear what other stupid shit he has to say about it.
Oh yeah,
but to him it doesn't matter. It's another listener. So yeah, no, you're right. He does have 1 million fucking viewers, and it's fucking sad. It's scary to think that many people fucking listen to that fucking prick, but hey, it seems like he doesn't have too long to be around. So, hopefully his reign of fucking bile, will stop at some point down the road.
Yeah, oh, you would hope so, man. But this guy, what's even scary is that he has people who listen to him.
Yeah, well, I know. But you know what? Fuck them, because more than likely they're probably real fucking old too, and you know they won't have much longer either. So there.
Now I'm trying to find out.
No, I mean, hey, you listen to who you want, but you know, at least have some balls. When somebody says something stupid, just call them out on it, for crying out loud. It doesn't matter if they're your fucking hero or whatever. You know, shit. There's just some shit that people say that if he has facts supporting that, all right, whatever, I'll give it to him. But still, why do you got to say that shit right now? I mean, why do you got to remind us? Hey, people are wanting to help right now, and that's what's important. And and they need to get the help right now while it's good. I mean, it's people are suffering, like you said, people are suffering, people are trapped, and they need aid and they need help.
Yeah,
I mean, what are we gonna do? Just sit back and go?
I would even
hey,
feel
whatever.
good, yeah.
It's gonna affect everyone at some point.
I would even feel fine if he said, look, I don't really know if you should be sending money through the federal government because you don't know where it's going. Here's a list of other organizations to send it through.
If he did that.
Yeah, if he did that. And by the way, here's our donation through some of these charities that we recommended. Motherfucker doesn't give anything. No, this is all political for him. It's not even political. This is all just a publicity stunt. I mean, as everything else is. It's a fucking asshole like this. Look, people pull publicity stunts all the time. We got fucking... Balloon Boy. We're mad at we're mad at the fucking dad who pulled that hoax Balloon Boy. And we're like, oh fuck, that guy's terrible. But Rush Limbaugh gets on here and exploits a disaster in Haiti, and everybody's just kind of like, oh, Rush is doing it again. That motherfucker.
That's silly Rush.
I hope that bitch gets hit by a bus one day. You want to know? Okay, you want numbers? Let's see. This is 2006, and as of 2006, he had an audience of 13.5 million listeners, and this is weekly listeners.
Now, who took down that number? His people?
Arbitron, I think. Seriously, Arbitron, yeah, Arbitron ratings.
Who owns Arbitron?
Rush Limbaugh. No, I don't know. Carlisle. No, I don't know. But I don't know who owns Arbitron. But Arbitron is.
It just pisses me off when I hear stupid shit.
I don't
like
think
this,
that they're. I don't know. I don't know if they're a Fox owned or no. Arbitron's not
who knows? Who knows?
But
who knows? Who
and
cares?
as far as and here's the other thing.
I'm convinced he does have listeners. Yeah, I mean, fuck. I think anybody who's a Republican listens to him. And I don't fault you for that, but when somebody says something stupid, just.
Now, this is the Drudge Report that reported this, so take it as you will, but Rush Limbaugh signed a contract recently in 2008 that will extend through 2016. I know people getting mad at this.
Motherfucker ain't going to be around that long.
Extend to 2016.
He has to be an asshole to sign something like that, to think he's going to be on the fucking radio
he might
till
be.
2016. No, he's not.
Hey, man, don't be surprised.
Motherfucker just had a heart attack, crying out loud.
And he's worth over $400 million if that contract extends.
Hopefully it'll go in the grave with him. So.
And that's another... that guy,
all that blood money.
Yeah. Well, here's another hypocritical prick right here. He was always harping about drug use, drug addicts, how drug addicts don't deserve this and that. This guy gets busted for addiction to Oxycontin.
Oh yeah.
So fuck him too, man.
And you know what? And you know what the deal is? I mean, I know somebody who knows him, and
you do?
Yeah. I won't say anything, but yeah. I wasn't shocked at all when I heard about that. So,
really, you know somebody that knows.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, it's
personally.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me his contact so I can drive, wait for Rush Limbaugh to home and drive out and hit
He's
that
mine.
motherfucker?
He's mine.
Okay.
Corey.
Oh, you want him all yourself?
Yeah. I'm gonna have a little fun with him.
Save me a leg.
Yeah. Right. No, don't come looking for me, FBI.
So when I don't see you anymore,
it's called a joke.
So when Rush Limbaugh's gone and you're not around anymore, I know what happened.
Yeah, right.
They mysteriously disappeared at the same time.
I'm too busy. I don't. He can do his radio show till 2016 for all I care. I don't give a shit.
Hey man, you never know. Look, it's 2010 now. That's just 6 years away.
There's times when I actually would, tune into him. I would actually, there was a good like month where I was tuning into him. Just to hear what kind of crazy shit he was talking about half the time, and
okay,
you always got to know what the enemy's saying. I always say. So
now here is a list of organizations. I'm about to donate. I'm serious about this. I'm about to donate $75 myself to this Haitian disaster relief fund, to some fund. I don't know which one I'm going to send it to yet, and they keep having trouble. I might send another donation through another organization in a month. But here are some organizations that you can send to. Of course, there's the American Red Cross, and then there's UNICEF. There's Operation USA. And where I'm getting this from, I found a good site to get all this stuff from. I don't mind pushing this site along. It's from the Huffington Post. If you go to the Huffington Post and type in Huffington Post Haiti donations, you'll get a list of all these places and they tell you about each one of them in detail. There's another one, Clinton Bush Haiti Fund. Clinton and George W. Bush. Bill Clinton, George W. Bush have pulled together to make the Bill Clinton, Clinton Bush Haiti Fund. So, who says that Republicans and Democrats don't work together?
Can't
get along. Yeah. It's too bad it takes a fucking earthquake and human misery to bring those fuckers together, but hey. And then
I figured New Orleans should have done that, but
I could go down this list. I mean, just go to Huffington Post and look up Haiti donations, and you'll be able to find a whole lot of lists of things. This is what I use when
I know there are a lot of places. I think the Red Cross are taking donations for clothes. So that's kind of what I was going to do. But,
now, here's another thing that is a good option, and you might want to look up more details on how to do this. But there's a way that you can donate $10 through your cell phone with a simple text message.
Oh, yeah.
And there's been reports that
one of our members, I think, put that up. What's her name? Mousy? I can't remember.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah. One of our members put that up.
I'm probably gonna go back and put that up for her. But I'm gonna, if I can't find it, him. But if I can't find
it's a her.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
If I can't find Mouse's blog, I'm gonna post it myself. But here's what you can do. And they said that doing it this method, it's been taking a while for the money to get to Haiti, and that's a bad thing because they need everything now. But they say it's getting better. Because for a while it was taking a little time for your money to clear because it's being paid through your telephone bill.
Right.
And now they're just going ahead and forwarding it the money without waiting for your bill to arrive and get paid. So let me read this. It says the text messaging effort involves sending the word Haiti in a cell phone text message to the number 90999, which automatically adds a $10 pledge to a person's phone bill. And they said wireless providers have said that they are foregoing standard text messaging fees for the Haiti effort. So if that's not enough information, just look up cell phone donations, Haiti.
And like I said, people, if you're strapped on cash and you got a shitload of old clothes that are just fucking hanging out in your closet collecting dust, I'm sure there's Red Crosses taking clothes donations right now. I know they need shoes, clothes, blankets, whatever you have. I think even here in Austin they were talking about that today, places that you can go to and donate old clothes and stuff like that.
Really?
So yeah,
that's good.
So
man.
Look that up. Like I say, yeah, if you're strapped for cash, that'd probably be a good way to help too as well.
Nice, very good point. I didn't know about that.
Yep.
So there you go. A lot of ways to donate. If you don't have money, people need supplies and resources and clothing and all kind of things. I mean, hey, a little bit can just help one child. I mean, put a care package together and send it to somebody. I mean, if you got just food lying around, canned food, anything, just people need help. So
now don't go sending you sandwiches or nothing like that. Make sure it's in a can.
And you know something? I'm going sandwich gets all moldy and shit.
I know Cyrus is gonna do that. Make a bunch of bologna sandwiches.
Cyrus ain't part with those sandwiches. Oh. Cyrus he'll send the box. It was empty.
So I don't even want to make any more.
He'll send a rubber toy of a sandwich instead of the real sandwich.
Yeah, Cyrus, don't send him comic books or anything like that, dude.
You ain't part with that either.
No, don't.
He's eating a sandwich made out of comic books right now. Cyrus, we just okay. We just having fun with you. No. For your minions, go back and report to you.
They said you were eating a comic book sandwich.
Did you hear what he said?
He said you wouldn't donate to Haiti because you were too hungry and you ate your sandwich already.
Hey man, I'm willing to bet too. And it's gonna sound like I'm joking, but I'm willing to bet even if you gave this to the Haitians, they'd be like, Goddamn, another can of cream corn. We don't want no more fucking cream corn, okay? I know we're suffering, dying, starving.
Can of yams.
No more cream corn. That seems to always be the thing. You give any kind of can donation, you look in that box, there's fucking 50 cans of cream corn.
Right, yeah. Or like cream of soup, cream of anything.
Cream of anything.
Please.
Cream of shoe, anything.
Yeah.
What?
Give them something cool, like Chef Boyardee or SpaghettiOs, give them a party in a can. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ritz crackers, anything. Fucking no more cream corn. None of that shit. All right. Hey man, you want to move on to something a little bit lighter here?
Yes.
I'll tell you what.
I'm tired of talking about those old crazy bastards.
No, Jesus Christ.
And hey, I know everybody's going to be commenting. I know all the Republicans are going to be commenting. Oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Hey, it does. My opinion does not reflect as far as anything that this website, Spill.com. This is coming from me. That's how I feel. If you don't like it, I understand. Yeah, let me know that you hate what I'm talking about, and me or Corey. And hey,
you did.
I'll sit back and take it and just nod my head and go, you are absolutely right.
Yes, sir.
I am wrong. I'm an idiot. And you know what? Just for you, I'm going to go find God.
But you know something? I'm not going to go find God and kick his ass. Really, people, this has nothing to do with politics. This has nothing to do with being Democratic or Republican.
But I know people love
but it has nothing to do with that. I tell you what, you show me a situation where some Democrat made some stupid fucking comment. Mm-hmm. You show me that, and I will bash them just as much I bash Rush Limbaugh, Pat Robinson. Right. And you know something? I'm the kind of political person where there are just as many corrupt Democrats as there are Republicans and everybody in between.
Anyone playing in that club, is fucking corrupt. Like I said, you don't make money. You're not rich by fucking giving shit away, donating to charities. You don't make money like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now, if I happen to pick a side, which is the Democratic side, and I don't even trust politics that much, but hey, Democrats appeal to my they appeal to my thoughts or my opinions of the way the government should be run. Mm-hmm. They appeal to my sensibilities towards poverty, towards social programs, towards gay marriage, toward I don't agree with conservatives who say
you share the same views as.
I share the same. Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. Views. Yeah. I'm a movie person. I can't even remember that word views. You see me always. I'm so angry right now. But it's just me. I'm just. I don't think that anybody who is telling anybody that mixes themselves in the personal lives of other people.
Right.
Don't want to have anything in common with them. Mm-hmm. But I tell you. I have nothing against Christians. I have nothing against that. It's just when you start criticizing people, coming down on people because they don't go along with your personal beliefs.
Right, with your program,
Leave. Yeah. You know what my political stance is? Mind your own fucking business.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeez, I'm gonna start a new party.
You know it's hilarious.
The mind your own fucking business party.
I have a buddy, right, and he has a I think he's like a 13-year-old kid. Mm-hmm. And he was talking about when they go to Japan, there's when you're running around a place that you're not familiar with, and there's some people you should just not be around, or things you shouldn't get involved with that you see on the street. He looked at his son. He's like, son, what's the first family rule when we're on vacation? And that kid said, mind your own business.
There you go. That kid's gonna go far in life.
And I laughed so fucking hard. I was like, that's fucking genius. That is great.
Yeah, no.
Mind your own business.
I thought he was going to say, sit down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's rule number 2.
That's rule number 2.
That was rule number 2. No, man. But, I don't know how we were talking about the Yakuza. I was like, you see these guys, like, you see anybody with tattoos, you don't go bothering them asking for directions.
Leave them alone.
Son, what do? You mind your business.
Yeah. Simple rule in life.
Mind your own damn business.
You yourself will do well.
Yeah.
And other people around you will do well because you're not bugging the fuck out of them.
Right.
The world will be a much better place.
I'm against stupidity and stupid comments. That's all. So,
hey. All right. So, you know what? We got heavy, man. Got into politics and religion.
Yeah.
God damn. Heavy.
As much as we can get into that.
Got into the heavy shit.
I know. You're not talking to any experts here. We're experts in bullshitting.
Exactly.
Not political commentary, political or religious commentary.
Yes. So people, please.
Yes. Thank God for Wikipedia.
Because we wouldn't know a goddamn thing if it weren't for Wikipedia.
He did what? He owns how much shit?
Yeah. Oh man. All right. You know what? I know you're talking about Haiti and all this controversial stuff, but let's get
Talk about something important.
Man, let's talk about something that really matters in the world. Something that really, really, really.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, it's more important than any of this shit.
When life got you down,
Something
and you
that's
need some sweet release.
Oh, man. Something that's life-changing.
Yes.
Something that's going to change the course of this planet.
Exactly.
Spider-Man, the reboot.
Oh, shit. I thought we were talking
Haiti,
about
that's important, but Spider-Man, that's the shit right here that really matters.
Well, you're absolutely right.
News that matters with Corey and Coles. Spider-Man.
Oh, late-breaking news.
Yes.
And then,
They say here in Haiti that 1 million... Whoa, wait a minute. Spider-Man. Hold on. Fuck Haiti. We got news about Spider-Man. In fact, that'll be our tagline for the day. Oh, the news with Corey and Coles. Fuck Haiti. Spider-Man is where it's at.
Oh, my God.
No, of course I'm not saying that
How
for real
dare you
people.
say that, Corey?
I know. Out of all that stuff I did defending Haiti,
I know, right?
somebody's going to take that one little quote right there.
Exactly.
Fuck Haiti. Fuck Haiti. Fuck Haiti.
Somebody's going to make a poster out of it.
Yeah. They'll take that one little sound bite.
Right.
Corey said, fuck Haiti.
Keep me out of this.
No, I said, fuck Katie. She's a hot chick.
Damn.
No. All right. So, man, what's the big deal about Spider-Man?
What is the... Oh!
They got a new
director.
Yeah, exactly. Woo-woo.
And you know what? And I'm actually really shocked by this news. I am shocked. Shocked so much that I may have to retract a lot of things I said about this upcoming reboot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now okay. If you haven't heard, Spider-Man's going to get a reboot. They're going to forget everything that happened in the previous 3 movies, and they're going to start all over again with a new director, new script, new angle on Spider-Man. He's still going to be in high school, but they want to try some different things. Now, a lot of people have been back and forth on this. A lot of people have said that this is a good thing. A lot of people have said this is a bad thing. A lot of people have even...
That was me.
Yeah, that was you. And Fungus Monkey tonight, I don't know if he was setting me straight or just coming on and just... Because I've always been like, I don't know what happened. I've always I don't know what happened between Sony and Sam Raimi, but I get the feeling that Sam Raimi might have walked away from this because he saw that this was going to bullshit because of what happened in Spider-Man 3. Now,
and let me guess, Fungus Monkey had all your answers.
He had all of them.
I know. I think he worked at the studio when all this shit was going down because he pulls out some shit where I'm like, where did he get all this? Where do you find this? On the internet.
He just makes it up.
Yeah, I know.
He's got a whole different reality going on in
and
his
this
head.
is why you're wrong.
No, I can tell you this much. I know that he does have some friends that work at studios. So he often tells me about stuff that happens at Paramount, and he told me about something that happened at Sony.
Yeah.
And he says a lot of people really do have this wrong. Now, this is coming from Fungus Monkey. He says that Fungus Monkey is not only one of the members on Spill, but he's also part of the Spill crew, the production crew. We've hired him. He works for us now. And
he works in produce.
Yeah,
he's spraying the lettuce.
He shines the apples in my refrigerator. Just rubs them on his shirt. Apples are shining, Mr. Coleman. That's good, Fungus Monkey. Now rub my feet. Now, he sent this comment that said, a lot of people have it mixed up about Sony. Actually, Sony is the one that kept a tight hold on Sam Raimi as far as the first 2 movies go, because he had never directed. Now, it's coming from him. He had never directed a Superman movie. He had never directed a superhero movie, except for Darkman, but that doesn't count. That's a Sam Raimi film. It's not a property of anybody else. It's not even an established superhero. That's his own creation. So he's never done that, and so they kind of kept a tight rein on the script and the production of the film. It's because of the success of the first 2 films that they gave him a little more liberty on writing the script for the third. And while he doesn't understand why they wanted Venom in there, which they kind of came in and said they kind of forced it in there, they went ahead and let him write the script.
Along with Gwen Stacy, who was thrown in there also.
Yeah,
by
another character who just thrown in there. Yeah, so now I wish I had the comment so I could tell you everything that he said, but basically it's just that since Sam Raimi was given a little more control, that's when things started going kind of crazy. Now Sony came back in and just said, hey, we're going to pull back a little bit on you and try to make this next movie right. And that's when Sam Raimi is like, okay, I can't work with this. I'm gone. And so
I want to see this article, Fungus Monkey, because I don't believe you.
No,
I don't care who you know. into Sony or whoever.
You should see
I want proof.
co-host face over here. His eyes are just beaming red as I'm saying this. He's so quiet, and I feel like, should I duck or should I start backing off?
And isn't this kind of funny? Does Fungus Monkey ever think, these people work for Sony, so in some ways, the studio, they represent the studio, so whenever the studio is looking bad, they look bad.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm sitting up here just paraphrasing very badly. What's huh? Aha.
Yeah, Fungus Monkey. Yeah, stop your drawing right now and think about that.
All right, let me see. Let me see if I can find his statement here. I mean, no use in me sitting up here trying to paraphrase when I know I can probably find it. Because I just got it all fucked up. I know he has it on here somewhere. Don't tell me somebody erased his comment. God damn.
Sony erased it.
I know Spider-Man took it off. Oh, here it is. Okay, here's Fungus Monkey's statement here. God damn it.
Oh, it was there.
Well, I thought it was. Oh, here it is. There it is.
There it is. That big paragraph right there. Yeah.
I'm always amazed how backwards people have the whole Raimi versus Spidey thing. Sony thing. The reason that 1 and 2 were so good was because Sony watched Raimi's every move and had control of the story. The reason 3 was so screwy was because they gave him their trust and Raimi wrote a terrible script. The only thing they really fought over was having Venom as the main villain. Raimi wanted the Vulture. But past that, Raimi had nearly full control of the script. Seriously, read up a bit. I love Raimi more than anyone, but he took a total misstep in taking over the Spider-Man franchise. The problem with 4 was that Raimi, Spider-Man 4 that they were in production for, was that Raimi wanted the Vulture as the villain, along with the Vulture's daughter, who breaks up MJ and Peter Parker and dates him, then dumps him after Spidey kills the Vulture at the end of the film. She then becomes the Vulturess, basically becoming the exact same character as Raimi created in 3 with Harry Osborn / Rocket Racer Goblin. Besides killing yet another villain, Peter Parker also quits being Spider-Man. Again, it was terrible, and Raimi wouldn't let them bring over another screenwriter to fix it. Sony had Vanderbilt, who's the guy who's writing the script right now. They had him to eliminate all those parts and have the Black Cat instead to tempt Spidey, but Parker and MJ stay strong. Then Raimi saw Avatar and wanted to add a ton of extra special effects and new graphics technology to push the boundaries, but Sony couldn't include those new scenes without extending the release of the new movie and costing themselves millions and millions in delays. That's when Raimi quit, and now we have a reboot franchise on the horizon that may or may not be better than the movie. So that's what he said.
Fungus Monkey, why don't I believe you? Are you sure Fungus Monkey doesn't work for goddamn Sony? That son of a... he's saying look it up, read it up, but how come he didn't provide me with a link,
You know what?
Corey?
I will say this. He did tell me... You heard me talking on the phone with him a little while ago. He did tell me a site to go to where they had it. I can't remember where it is.
Let's go to the site right now.
I don't know where that site is.
Call him up right now and find out.
I'll tell you what. You know what? Okay. You want me to call him out? Okay, I'll call him. I will.
You call his ass. You tell him I'm calling him out on this.
Okay, I'll call him right now. Let's see. I'm going to put him on speakerphone.
Getting tired of this Fungus. Shouldn't he be fucking drawing something? What's he doing looking up all this shit, hanging out with people from Sony? What?
All right. Okay, here.
Tell him to animate something.
Here we go. I don't think people can hear this, but...
All right. I think I can... I'm sure you'll be able to hear this.
It'll be very quiet, but...
Hello? Pick up the phone! Oh, there you go.
Hey, Fungus Monkey.
What's up, Fungus Monkey?
You got co-host pissed off over here with that comment that you wrote about Sam Raimi being dropped by Sony because Sam Raimi wrote 2 terrible scripts and he was about to fuck up the 4th film.
I smell bullshit.
He wants to know where you got that from.
It was from Entertainment Weekly, or it was from HollywoodInsider.com, if I remember right. But the website that reported it was io9.com.
How do you do that? IO9, is that? .com. So is that like I09? Or is that like Ion?
Or is that a website you just made up? Did he hang up?
Raimi came back to do 4 based on the agreement that they'd go back to the arrangement that they had for Spider-Man 2, which was, Sony would kind of oversee everything because they didn't want another Spider-Man 3.
And
so Raimi agreed to that, but the only problem with that was that it kind of fought back and forth because Raimi wanted to kind of do the story that I put up on that comment that was reported, and they wanted to do something that was a little bit more based on the comic.
So Raimi was fine with going back to the arrangement that they had on Spider-Man 2, but he wanted his story in there.
Yeah.
Okay, and they didn't. And they said
it's just he wanted to go back and do Spider-Man 4 to prove that he could do a good movie again, but then they just kind of kept fighting back and forth. So.
Okay, all right.
Oh, so Sam Raimi wanted to make a good movie, and Sony didn't, right?
Neither side is really the bad guy. They just both have different views of how the movie should have gone, and couldn't come to an agreement, so he had to leave.
So it just two parties just not agreeing on the same thing, and it just split.
Exactly, and hopefully that means that Raimi will do Evil Dead 4, which would be kick ass.
All right.
That's never going to happen, Fungus Monkey. You know this deep in your heart. That's never going to happen.
I can't live like that. I gotta live with hope, co-host.
Yeah, look at that.
Hope? Hope?
I have hope.
What, do you believe in elves too?
Campbell on a diet. They'll put Bruce on that Spartan diet that they did for 300. Get him all lean and mean. Get him out there as like the burly older Ash.
Well, you hang up on him already.
It's co-host. He loves Sam Raimi so much, he just cannot see Sam Raimi as being any target of blame.
He can do no wrong, and Darkman kicked ass.
I love Raimi too. Like I love everything he's done except for the superhero movies. Like never really dug the Spider-Man series that much. Never really dug Darkman. But everything else he's done is gold.
You didn't like Spider-Man 2?
I liked parts.
Oh, get him out of the room.
All right, man. He made me call you. We were talking about your comment. He's like, call him. And I was like, are you serious? Pick up the fucking phone and call him.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anyway, okay. We're about to talk about, we're on Spider-Man talking about this new director that they're going to have. So that's why we brought this up. So anyway, sorry to bother you. Wait, look, he's about to ruin it.
Go draw me something.
He's about to take our thunder. Nobody gives the names around the directors except us. All right. So anyway, all this came up.
I got him a job here. I can take it back.
You were the first one to show me his video.
Yes, I did.
All right.
That's cool. Well, I believe him.
You just got to give him a hard time. I know. Well, here's the deal.
Yeah, let's talk about the news, big news.
Yeah, here's the deal. Now, we brought all that up because, look, this reboot is happening.
Right.
They are moving forward with it so much that they have a director now. Mm-hmm. And I think this is going to probably make people feel better when they hear who this director is. And like I said, the press release just came out today. And the director, well, let me just read the article here. Spider-Man movie fans have a new director of their web with a fitting last name. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Spider-Man movie fans have a new director in their web with a fitting last name. Mark Webb, whose work includes the critically acclaimed hit romance 500 Days of Summer. Did I say days or days? 500 days.
You said Days of Summer. Yeah, 500 Days of Summer.
He will direct the fourth film in the billion-dollar franchise, which is depicted in. I'm sorry. God damn it. Let me pull this thing closer.
Yeah. Put your reading glasses on, Cord.
Put my spectacles on right here. He will direct the fourth movie in the billion-dollar film franchise, which is expected in theaters in 2012, Columbia Pictures said on Tuesday. Webb replaces Sam Raimi at the helm of the movie that has raked in $2.5 billion worldwide at theaters since 2002. Earlier this month, the studio said it wanted to turn a new chapter in the movies and take the Marvel comic book crime fighter's alter ego, Peter Parker, back to high school. Raimi and actor Tobey Maguire, who portrayed Peter Parker / Spider-Man, bowed out the production, paving the way for a new director and star, who has yet to be named. In a statement, Webb said this assignment was, quote-unquote, a dream come true. Webb rose through the ranks, directing music videos for such bands as Green Day, the All-American Rejects, and Weezer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there you go.
Wow.
So
okay,
I like
you know
this
what?
director.
I fucking love that director. I saw 500 Days of Summer like a couple of weeks ago, and I absolutely fell in love with that film. It's a great well-directed film. Fucking beautifully acted. Just the story. I mean, just the story itself. It's so believable. I mean, it's like I think everyone, at least people who are like me have been in that situation.
Man,
That movie speaks so much truth. It's scary.
The end of that movie, I can tell you, most guys are jaded and shitty to girls because of what they've had. Most guys have had to go through what Gordon Joseph Levitt had to go through in that movie at the end of that film. I won't ruin it for you, but I knew it was going to happen just because I said, that's me, man.
That's
happened to me like so many times.
That's been me like my entire life.
This is my movie. I should sue this fucker for like my life story.
Yes.
But yeah, Mark Webb, 500 Days of Summer, man. That was one of my favorite films from last year. It was definitely I think it was in my top 10. Maybe not.
I wish I would. Well, I did. I think I did bring it up. Well, no, I didn't. Not in my top 11. I didn't. But I wish I did. It would have been like right up there. But
maybe I didn't. It's probably. I'm sure it's in my top 20.
Yeah.
Though. I love.
We loved it. That's what matters. We fucking love that film. And reading this, like hearing about this news, like just really made me fucking just go nuts. Because it's a great directed film. I mean, if they get some, a great team of special effects, I mean, he'll be set. I mean, because I know the guy can dish out a great story, and he knows how to shoot drama, and I mean, fuck, it's nothing but win now for the Spider-Man series, I have to say.
Yeah, providing that script is pretty strong.
Yes, I don't know if they're still gonna. Hopefully, in the hands of this guy, he'll. It seems like he'll have the balls enough to say, how about we change a few things here and there to tighten it up or whatever, And
you know what? For all you people out there that said I was full of shit for my said saying that I was nitpicking for my list of gripes that I had with Spider-Man, fuck you, because on there, like one guy said that list was bullshit. Really? I mean, everybody keeps saying that the Spectacular Spider-Man that came on TV, the cartoon, was a lot better than the series. One of the main reasons why they said so is because Spider-Man is a smartass. That's for anybody who loves Spider-Man. If you've ever read Spider-Man, even grew up watching Spider-Man in different incarnations, whether it be on Saturday morning or in books or whatnot, Spider-Man, except for one thing that I can think of, and that was the Electric Company, where he didn't speak at all. That was the weirdest Spider-Man ever had. But everybody knows Spider-Man, that's his character. That's his personality. He just won't shut up when he's around villains. And that's why they always kind of fuck up, because they're always distracted. They're pissed off.
And I don't think he talked in the Electric Company, because I think he was played by Lucius Fox.
No. You're talking about Morgan Freeman? Yeah, man. You guys, and that was, that was like a catchphrase from the Electric Company. Hey, you guys! But man, that was the weirdest version of Spider-Man I'd ever seen. Where they had
they had him fight. They had him fight one of the villains I remember was a brick wall. It was just a brick wall at a baseball diamond, and it was just a random brick wall in the background.
I remember that. Like people would think that they would stand in front of that wall, and that wall would come out and just hit people.
Hit them on the side. Yeah.
And then he'd come in. Now here's what was weird about that Spider-Man. He didn't talk because they tried to make it like the comic book. So he always spoke in captions.
Yeah.
So he was like, wacko! Whenever like that fucking
the word balloon
would come up, they're like, hey, Spider-Man, wacko! And they say, what's up? And then when he like did his web shooters, it was like a video effect. It like they had this like weird fucking real bad video effect when he shot his web, like whack 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 whack, and that fucking video effect would come up, and then they cut, and this person would be tied up in a rope that's tied like a web.
Oh my god!
Oh, Spider-Man, get this off me!
And you know what was weird about that? That Spider-Man, though, I have to admit, as far as just costume, that costume was so much better than that fucking old TV show they used to have, where it's like they gave Spider-Man like
goggles?
sieves, it's like weird like goggle sieves that. It looked like you fucking clean your vegetables or your beets, with those things.
You grate vegetables with that shit. Yeah, man, I know what you're saying.
But oh wow, but no, you know what? And just thinking about that movie, 500 Days of Summer, the perfect Peter Parker now comes to mind. I'm sure you can guess this.
Wait a minute, the perfect Peter
Parker. Yes, this should be easy, Corey.
Oh,
you just said his name.
I just said his name.
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yes.
No.
Him as Peter Parker.
No.
Yes. Why no? You're talking about fucking McLovin being Peter Parker.
Because
why not that dude?
Because Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't look like he's in high school anymore.
What?
That's
he does.
No, he does not.
Well, then call me crazy. I think he does.
Crazy.
He still looks like a kid to me. But
Joseph Gordon-Levitt does not look like he's in his.
I would prefer him as Peter Parker more than I would as the Joker. All right, so that's where I stand.
I would not, because at least he doesn't look like he's in high school, the Joker. So that fits perfectly.
He looks like a kid to me. I'm sorry.
Especially
with that long wavy hair. I mean, he looks like a kid still. I saw this guy walking downtown on the street, and I was like, there's that guy. He looks like he's still like fucking 16 years old.
Man, I don't know what the
I'm
fuck
telling you, man. I'm telling you. We'll let the people decide.
We need to get you some repairs.
We'll let the people decide.
Now, I was joking about McLovin. I said, you know what? And I wasn't saying that should be the first choice, but I was like, you know what? I could see.
But you were entertaining it, right?
I was. I said, if somebody, let me just say this. It's the same thing that people went crazy when they heard that.
Michael Keaton?
Oh, no. Michael Keaton, I still can't see that shit. When he was Batman, I was like, I still couldn't see it.
Yeah.
No, Heath Ledger. When people heard Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker, people were like, what?
Right.
People they got pissed about it. And then people were like,
I wasn't.
Maybe you weren't, but a lot of people were just saying, that pretty boy as the Joker? Are you kidding? Yeah. And then everybody was like saying, well, he's got the acting chops, but we just can't see it.
I mean, I think a lot of those people didn't see Brokeback Mountain. Because like watching Brokeback Mountain, and then I heard the news that I can't remember if the news broke out before or after the film, but I remember watching Brokeback Mountain thinking, wow, this guy can act. I mean, he can put on a deep voice. I mean, he's being somebody else besides the normal roles he's usually taking. He's actually acting. You know, he's really going out of his way.
That's the thing,
especially during the butt scenes. But
ooh, that was his butt acting right there. I'm ready for my shot. And more ways than one. But no,
I was with two hot girls, by the way, when I was watching that film.
Yeah, sure you were.
Thank you very much.
In your mind.
I'm not gay.
You were with two real dolls when you're watching that movie.
Yeah, take that off the Wikipedia.
I love the way you can't even say Brokeback Mountain being like, as I'm saying this title right now, I'm saying about hot chick.
You know what sucked? Oh, is that Fungus Monkey calling back?
He's texting. He's like, fuck you, co-host. You asshole.
Tell him.
He just emailed me the link. And that's that. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Bing. Okay.
That Bing that was Morse code for fuck you.
Fuck
co-host.
you. Bing, 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 bing. Fuck you, co-host.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Oh, while you're looking up that, I'll tell you, when I walked out of Brokeback Mountain, the girls I was with, they both went to the bathroom. So I'm standing there in the hall. I'm not standing. I'm floating there in the hallway, and I was just thinking, man, I hope I don't run into anybody I know. And all of a sudden, this guy walks up and he goes, "Co-host, what's up, dude? What are you doing? What'd you just get out of?" And I was like, shit.
Hey, man, what?
I was looking at the marquees. I just got out of Garfield. Yeah.
Which is much worse. He's like, your friend, like, you saw that piece of shit when Brokeback Mountain was playing?
I had to.
What are you, some kind of queer?
I had to. I'm a critic. Yeah.
Man, I've been meaning to talk to you about this shit.
What?
You were so insecure with your masculinity. You got to stop that shit, man.
Why?
Like if you saw Brokeback Mountain, tell people, fuck, I saw Brokeback Mountain. You ain't got.
I just did.
You ain't got to put it I'm not gay disclaimer on there.
I just did. Well, there's a lot of people that just want to know sometimes.
I came in there with two hotties.
I tell them.
You're coming out looking like
I did. Man, those girls were hot, dude.
Looking like Andrew Dice Clay. Hey, I want to see these two fucking fags in this movie with two hot chicks.
That was some great acting.
Yeah. You saw the movie. I saw the movie. Fucking people think I'm gay enough I saw a movie. Tell people to go fuck themselves.
There was some great butt fucking scenes in that movie.
Hey.
Ow.
I went to go see the two queers fuck each other on the farm. Hey.
No, I saved my ticket stub. Yeah. There you go. See?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, here's a site, 109.
Okay.
If you ever want to see it, and it does have it there listed.
It does?
The story. Yeah. So 109.com. I'm not going to read the whole thing,
right.
but
I would love to read the comments. I want to know if there's somebody going bullshit.
Well, you can read that.
All right.
I
Cool.
won't get into it.
All right. Thanks
So,
for the link. Funky.
There you go.
Get back to work.
There
you son
you
of a
go.
bitch.
There you go.
Draw something funny.
All right. Now, in more movie news here, what was I talking about before?
We were arguing over the fact
Oh,
who
that's
should be-
right. Man, yeah. I know. Before I move on.
Peter, yeah.
Yeah. No, Heath Ledger, I have to admit, when I saw him about to be the Joker, I was one of the guys who said, I don't really see it, but the guy's a great actor, so if they know what they're doing,
Yep.
Peter what's his name? Christopher Nolan knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So be it, but I can't see it.
Right.
Because they're looking like someone like the Joker. I mean, for Jack Nicholson, who has a crazy looking face. So a lot of people were saying, Willem Dafoe. What happened to Willem Dafoe? He should have played the Joker.
Yeah. No, he was playing Harry Osborn.
Yeah. Shit, the fucking Willem Dafoe is the fucking
Crispin
Joker,
Glover. I remember he was being thrown around a lot.
Yeah. People wanted somebody with crazy features. They didn't know that they were gonna like disfigure Heath Ledger like they did. So yeah, if they came up and said, you know what, we got somebody like McLovin, I would be like, okay. But, I know McLovin is gonna be kind of a badass in
Kick-Ass, yeah.
Yeah. So
right.
I wouldn't. I'm
playing
not,
the Red Mist.
I think sometimes it's good to go against what people think you should get. You should go against that if somebody really, because see, Well,
the studios have always been doing that. That's why I'm like
Platts or whatever. That mean he's a little older now. I imagine if they made him bulk up a little bit, he could do it. And I know a lot of people. I don't expect him to cast a guy. And that's not even an issue because I know people gonna be writing in, fuck no, man, no, we can't use him. The fuck it, okay. But I know if I was a director and somebody brought that name up, I'd be like, well, he is a nerdy looking guy in high school. We could probably put him through a training program. Let's bring him in and see if he can act. Let's put him through an audition. If he doesn't do the audition, then fine. If he's great, it's going to be a great controversy. People are going to be like, are you fucking crazy? And then when they see the movie, they'll be like, oh, fuck
yeah, and then people shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
just like they always do. They
Exactly.
Did that with Avatar. I mean, shit.
Yeah,
Everything. Out loud. Yeah. That's why a director should never listen to the fans ever.
Man,
when a fan is telling you to do something, you do the opposite. That's what I do. Co-host, I didn't see Dark Knight on your list. Co-host, how come Dragon Wars wasn't on the list? Don't worry about it. It'll go on next year's list. Yeah.
Everybody got an opinion.
Everyone got, you
got all these
assholes and opinions. Everyone got them.
Fucking people going out there forming websites and making 3 and 4 hour podcasts about shit. Fuck those people, man.
Hey, there's no decision you've ever made that ever got across some studio desk and go, you know what? This guy says we should do this. We should do that. No, sorry, it's never gonna. It did. I take that back. It did happen. It happened on Spider-Man 3. You asked for Venom, and oh boy, did you get him?
Did you
dumb
get it?
motherfuckers out there? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, be careful what you ask.
Call back Fungus Monkey so I can yell at him, please, Corey.
Yo, Fungus. So, let's talk about something that Quentin Tarantino's doing.
Oh, that son of a bitch. Him and his goddamn movie news that
it's crazy.
I haven't heard a peep from after he announced it.
Well, he's about to. Now, I'm taking this with a
grain of salt.
Boulder of salt. 2 fucking boulders of salt.
Yeah, boulder.
Coming down a cliff and landing on my fucking head.
Yeah.
Because
like Superman pushing
Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, I know. Quentin Tarantino is always saying what he's going to do next.
Right.
And you never know if that's going to be the next project or not. And right now he's saying, this is from Empire Magazine on their website. Empire Magazine, I hear they're big fans of us. That's what I hear.
Of us?
Of us.
No
that's what
shit.
I hear. No, that's what I hear.
I also heard Jimmy Fallon's a big fan.
See, somebody took that.
Apparently he's a member.
No. Yeah. Well, the member thing, is bullshit. But somebody saw Jimmy Fallon on Hollywood.com, and it was just, I don't know what it was. It was just it was a link or something.
Jimmy Fallon on at 8:00.
No, what they saw was a link to Jimmy Fallon on Hollywood.com or something like that. And somebody got it mixed up saying, hey, Jimmy Fallon's a fan of Spill.com. And it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, and then I see Jimmy Fallon on my page going, hey, I'm a big fan.
Hey.
And then I see like on the right where it says the updates, and it's like a list of all his guests on the show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Jimmy Fallon, he
right.
really needs to put up that list on Spill.com.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he spends his nights doing
Tonight's guest.
Yeah, doing blogs on Spill.com.
Weird Al Yankovic.
No, I just heard that there were some people in the Empire Magazine office who like our videos. And I I forgot where I heard it from. This isn't one of those things where somebody's like said, "Oh, hey, you know what? Empire Magazine likes you," and I just ran with the boy. Oh boy, they like us. No,
Like somebody didn't put Empire a magazine on Carlisle's desk. Hey, they like us.
Hey, I'm friends with everybody at Empire Magazine.
Guys.
You know, I had lunch with their editor the other day. That guy's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
No, it's not a Carlisle situation.
Okay.
No, somebody sent me some kind of message that indicated like this could be possibly true.
Cool. All right.
So, but anyway,
Awesome.
Empire Magazine.
I read them a lot.
They reported here that with the aftertaste of Inglourious Basterds still in our mouths, we have started to wonder what Quentin Tarantino is going to do next. With rumors that he's planning a southern western set in America's deep south, or a remake of the Shaw Brothers' Come Drink With Me. What can Tarantino tell us about his own plans? So there's rumors of him doing either a remake of a Shaw Brothers film, Come Drink With Me, or he's going to do a western set in the south. And I don't know if that's contemporary south or if that's going to be a period piece. But they say it seems that anyone telling you that they know what he's got coming up is on shaky ground because he hasn't started work on it yet.
Yeah.
He said, I can't talk about it, he said. I can't tell you I've gotten, let me move close to this shit. I know people think I'm a literate motherfucker. It's little tight people. I'm reading this from across like my desk here. All right, let me just see if I can start. Because I sound like a little kid, like a literate kid. They give a book to the reading class.
I know.
Cabot, Reverend across the street.
I think you need to enlarge your window there, Corey.
I need hooked on phonics. You non-reading motherfucker.
Like, I'm just going to let you. You're doing good, Corey.
Keep going, baby.
You're gonna hear Adam Sandler in the back, Billy Madison go, today, Junior.
All right. As far as this next project, let's see if I can do this better now. Closer. I can't talk about it, he said. I can't tell you. I've got to start writing it first. However, he did suggest that it is a grain of truth that rumors about the next Kill Bill, Bride Adventures, would be coming 10 years from now.
Bride Adventures?
Yeah, they're saying the next volume of the Bride's Adventures. Mm-hmm. And he says we're not there yet as far as being 10 years later. So
okay. Damn.
They say that will, of course, come in 2014, so he's got 5 years to fill between now and then.
God.
And judging by his history, whatever he's been rumored to do will either turn up in 10 years' time or
never
not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, he made that. I only say that like when I brought that up to you is that when they were doing the pre-show at the Golden Globes, one of the interviewers walked up and started talking to Tarantino, and he just started going off about Kill Bill 3. Now, I can't remember if the interviewer asked him any plans on a future Kill Bill film, but he was enthusiastic in saying yes, we will be doing a third one. So we'll be getting ready. We'll be getting ready for that. And I can't remember the exact quote, but it sounded like it was going to come soon. You know, it could have been like the second film he may be working on.
Yeah, you know, Quentin Tarantino has a habit of doing that though. Of going out and saying all this stuff that he's going to do. I mean, if you remember, at one time he was talking about, I think after Jackie Brown or even before Jackie Brown, he was talking about doing a movie with the Vega brothers. Vincent
that's
Vega
right.
and one of the Vega brothers from Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs, yeah.
Somebody doing that. He's talked about doing comic book movies before. There was even rumor of him one time doing a Godzilla version.
That's right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I remember sending a question last week, and I didn't want to read it only because I hadn't heard a single thing about it, and I actually looked it up, and yeah, he was linked to a Godzilla film, late in I think early in of last year, but yeah, reading that, I was like, wow, how come I never heard of this? I guess it just didn't happen.
When Quentin Tarantino was riding off of Pulp Fiction, everybody was just grasping onto any little thing he said and just running with it. It's no surprise at all that Quentin Tarantino is a big fan of comic books and will be interested in doing a Silver Surfer movie or something like that. And then they'd be like, everybody knows Quentin Tarantino loves blaxploitation. His next film would be centered on a blaxploitation flick. Everybody knows Quentin Tarantino loves kung fu movies. So you
know what I think about though, like about the things that he could have done already, like I know he wanted to do like an ultimate edition of Kill Bill, where he had Kill Bill 1 and 2 like put together to make this, this long, huge, epic, DVD, like an Ultimate Edition. I remember he talked about that when those movies were coming out, and I still haven't seen that, as well as the Grindhouse. The big edition of that, like the way that movie originally came out in theaters with all those trailers. I don't know why that hasn't really come out yet. Not that I'm dying to see, Death Proof again, but I'm still waiting for that Ultimate Edition of fucking Grindhouse to come out just so I can check out those kick-ass trailers, that were during the middle of the film.
Yeah, and they could do it now with Blu-ray. I mean, Blu-rays hold so much information. They could make one continuous film out of Kill Bill and probably Grindhouse. Yeah. So,
but I don't know why these things haven't been done yet.
Because they put those rumors out there. I think Quentin Tarantino thinks like he talks.
Yeah.
In his mind right now, it's going, yeah, man, I'm going to make the next Kill Bill movie. I already got 4, 5, and 6 already planned. Yeah. I've got an alien invasion movie planned in my mind, man. It's a cross between E.T. and Mars Attacks. Hey, man, I'm going to put afros on the aliens so they look like they're referencing black exploitation flicks. These are all going in his fucking mind right now.
And I did see an interview. I can't remember what the site was, but I did see an interview where they had a roundtable discussion with him, Peter Jackson, James Cameron, the director of Hurt Locker, and the director of Precious, and he made a statement saying that he sees himself quitting like at least stop making film. Like I can't remember if he said age 50 or 60, but after that he does have a plan to where he's going to stop making films and be just a writer, writing books about films. That's like what he wants to do.
That motherfucker says so many things. I don't buy it.
And I heard that, I was like, really?
Ain't he 50 right now?
And James Cameron's like sitting across the table from him, looking like, yeah, whatever.
You are so full of shit. Yeah, right. No, a guy like Quentin Tarantino, filmmaking is in his blood.
Yeah,
I mean that guy. I don't foresee him stopping at all. I mean, you have all these people. Don't ever say you're going to retire from anything creative, right? Because you don't know. I mean, people say they're retiring all the time. It's not like a sport where you get too old and your body can't handle the pressure anymore. It's not like when you're like 60 years old and you want to go play football again, but your body can't take the hits. There's nothing to really.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it don't work that way with the creative field,
And the best example is looking at all these old fucking rock bands that are still fucking rocking their asses off. I mean, it's going to be normal to see fucking like AC/DC. You're going to see the singer like fucking just pass out and die on stage. And the same thing with Kiss. Fucking Gene Simmons is going to end up fucking falling off the rafters, while he's fucking doing God of Thunder. Yeah. I mean, these guys are going to die on fucking stage, them. Fucking Aerosmith. I mean, how many times have all those guys have tried to quit? Fucking Ozzy Osbourne, for crying out loud.
Don't ever walk away from anything creative saying, I'm going to quit, because one of these days you're going to get a wild hair up your ass to direct a movie, write something, make a song. Fucking, I mean, look, if Keith Richards can still stay out there, who I'm convinced is dead.
Yeah, already? Yeah, he's reanimated.
Yeah.
Somebody injected him with
done so
some
many
reagents.
Drugs. Those drugs have combined to make one agent that has brought him back to life, and he just doesn't know he's dead yet.
He is the original Herbert West.
Yeah, exactly. He's reanimated. That motherfucker, he's a zombie.
Yeah,
he's a fucking rock star guitar playing zombie. He just doesn't fucking know he's dead.
And I love like half of the tour fucking titles where it's like really the last fucking tour we're ever gonna do. We're serious this time. This is the last one. The last tour.
Yeah. The farewell tour from the last time we said goodbye. Yeah. From the last time we retired 10 years ago. Before that, when we said we were never gonna be seen again.
Farewell to the last of the 10 farewell shows we've done.
Farewell to the farewell tour. You motherfuckers, you ain't going nowhere. Goddamn Keith Richards, this motherfucker's 100 years old on stage.
Yeah.
You can't even understand what the hell he's talking about now.
Shit.
But that motherfucker still play guitar.
Yeah, no shit.
I saw them in a 3D movie at IMAX.
Yeah.
Where they were performing, and those motherfuckers, they're like, what's his name, Mick Jagger, came out on stage. Fucking lips looking like they did when he was 20 years old.
Well, that was the movies, Corey. That's all smoke and mirrors now.
And lips big as
I just imagine seeing these guys walking out and their guitars is going to have like the IV connected to their arm, so they can still function just in case some shit goes down. Now
the rest of Mick Jagger's body wasn't working. His lips actually dragged him out on stage.
his lips have their own career. They're going to outlive him.
Just see these lips dragging like a limp body behind them.
They're gonna put that shit in a jar. they're gonna roll it out so you can sing all the great tunes.
Are you ready to rock? Where's Mick Jagger? Behind those fucking lips. You can't see.
That's what's left of him right there.
Oh shit! I thought that was a rag doll. I thought that was a prop.
They fucking put his brain in a goddamn tube and squeezed it into his lips.
Now the rest of Mick Jagger is dead, but his lips are still living. They're just dragging that body on along.
They still look lip smacking good.
Sorry, people, I'm carrying a little bit of dead weight with me tonight.
What? Who are you doing? Is that Biz Markie? Is that when he's doing his English accent?
How's that shit go, Biz Markie? Hey kids, it's Biz. What does it say?
What?
It's Beats with Biz. It's Biz's beat for the day. If you haven't heard that, people, okay, we brought it up. I gotta play this.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I love this shit.
Go ahead. It's actually hilarious.
Hey kids, it's Biz's beat for the day.
Fucking crazy, man. I'm shocked that him and Wesley Willis never fucking toured together.
Oh, I know him.
Whoa!
I know what the hell.
Him. Is that Fungus Monkey calling again?
About Spider-Man, here's another article right here where they said Sam Raimi actually fucked up.
I have inside sources telling me this.
Sam Raimi actually fucked up Batman and Robin. You didn't know that, did you?
We just love this video, people. It won't. Just bear with us. It won't go long.
It's a treat. It's a treat for
Biz
you guys.
Markie. If you don't know Biz Markie, old rapper, one of the old school rappers who did that song. You got what I need.
You know, if the funny thing is, I actually heard some kids the other day fucking sitting on a street corner singing that fucking song. These kids look like they were about fucking 14 years old, and they were singing that to each other.
You know why?
Why?
It's in a commercial now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, they got a commercial where these people are driving and the taxi driver, he's an old guy, but he starts singing along with them.
No shit. All
and
right.
the taxi driver is Biz Markie. That's what he's doing today.
Nice.
No, Biz Markie is on a show, Hey Gabba Gabba, which I didn't know because I just started watching the show. I've seen bits and pieces, but Hey Gabba Gabba, people have heard me mention this show before on a Coco. I love that show, man. It's a trippy ass kid show.
No shit.
It's what Sesame Street used to be like.
I gotta watch it now.
Like psychedelic shit. Kids are lucking out with this show, man. It's have you seen that little what you call it? That little GIF, that little avatar of that little Asian kid. He's just dancing his ass off.
Oh yeah.
That's from Yo Gabba Gabba.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah. But they got Biz Markie on there now doing Biz's beat of the day.
He's a regular. He's
had several of them on there.
Oh wow. Okay.
They actually teach little kids how to beatbox on the show. So Biz Markie comes out and does a segment, Biz's beat of the day. And with this one, he was just talking this way because he was trying to be like Bela Lugosi, but he couldn't do it. He sounded like you say, he's like a horse instead.
Hey kids, gather round for Biz's beat of the day. Let's all do it together with Biz.
Let's all do it together with Biz. It's the black dude on the show that he's talking. Yeah, that's what he talks.
Oh, no
hey
shit.
Kids, it's Yo Gabba Gabba. Here are my friends. It is the craziest. Look, they got this skinny black dude.
Yeah, and he sounds whiter than a white guy.
With a white guy, yeah. He got two Afro puff sideburns. He's wearing an orange jumpsuit with some Urkel glasses on. Hey kids,
no shit.
I'm a black nerd. I'm hanging around with Biz Markie and a bunch of fucking crazy puppets. Ah!
This is Biz's beat of the day. Okay, this is Biz's beat of the day.
He's got a Dracula cape on, a bat hat on his head, and he's sitting up here trying to talk like Dracula, and it looked like he's like shitting on himself while he's talking. He's really trying to spit those words out.
Any fans of Hollywood Shuffle, they remember that skit where that guy goes, "Oh, batty, 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 wings don't fail me now." Where the guy's like wearing like a hat with a bat on it.
Yeah,
that's the same hat.
Look up this Biz Markie video first.
Yeah.
it's called Biz's Halloween Beat of the Day, and then go look up Hollywood Shovel, Batty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude with
Yeah.
that hat on.
Yeah. Wings don't fail me now.
Batty. There's a bat in my house.
Yeah.
Batty. Remember he came to the hot dog stand and the guy at the hostel
Winky
hot dog
dinky-
stand was
winky
like,
dinky
Winky dinky
dog."
dog. Winky dinky dog. 100% beef. I'm working on the whole cake.
Yeah, whole cake. Everybody
Who's
want come
got
here?
to eat too.
Michael want whole cake too?
Yeah, Michael Jackson whole cake. I got the wine whole cake.
He was outside in the sun, like going crazy, putting wine on
Put wine on a whole cake. Got the wine whole cake. Yeah, that was Robert Townsend's first movie. Robert Townsend, people probably don't remember now,
No,
but
not at all.
he was one of those black directors that broke out in the 80s, and everybody thought he was going to be this huge success.
Yeah.
And not to say that he's not, but
No.
none of his films really measured up to what he did in
No,
Hollywood
no,
Shuffle.
not at
The
all.
Hollywood Shuffle was just so crazy.
It was, but
Like-
it was fucking hilarious.
Like that
though.
dude who played Batty.
Uh-huh.
I forgot what they call him. What they call
I
that guy?
can't remember his name.
Like when he showed up to Winky Dinky Dog, the guys were like big fans of his, and they were like,
Oh, yeah.
they were like, "Oh man, I love your show, Batty. And you expected him to be like, "Really, you love my show,
Yeah.
man?" But he was like, "Really?
Yeah.
Give me one Winky Dinky Dog. I don't sign autographs."
Yeah, yeah, and then Keenan, who was it? It was Keenan Ivory Wayans. He was out there. He was one of the employees, and
It
he
was
got
Keenan
pissed off.
Ivory Wayans
yeah,
and-
and some fat dude. The fat dude from the Weird Al I'm Fat video.
I'm Fat video.
Yeah.
Yo, Ding Dong.
Ding dong, man. Ding dong, yo.
He was the one who was like, I haven't seen around Burger World lately. And remember that boy? He was like, I know I got a slice of pizza right here somewhere. he says he pulls out the slice from his jacket. It was that fat dude that was in that video.
His eyes all bulging. He's like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, the batty guy. He's like, I don't sign autographs. He's like, and then fucking Keenan's character gets all pissed off. Man, screw you,
Well,
man.
fuck you,
yeah,
man.
fuck you, man. That's all smoke and mirrors
Yeah,
anyway.
that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's all smoke and mirrors anyway.
Yeah.
Your show sucks.
Yeah. It was the same guy who was harassing James Cameron the other day.
Yeah.
Your show sucks.
You remember that dude?
That shit's all smokes and mirrors.
And when they all went away, that guy was like, peasants.
Peasants, that's right, peasants. And he's driving in this big ass limousine.
And he had on shades,
Yeah.
a suit, and that fucking hat.
Yeah,
that
that's
bad
right.
hat.
I always thought it was so funny, this big ass limousine pulling up to a hot dog stand.
And Robert Townsend was like, yo, man, I really love your work. I heard that you don't do drugs. And he was like, oh. And his manager was like, don't say drugs around him unless you got some. And then he says, hey, man, I just want to know, what makes a good script? And he's like, does your character die in the script? And he's like, no, then it's a good script.
That's awesome.
That movie's fucking great,
It
man.
is. It's genius. I
I'm
love
happy to see Biz Marquis paying homage to Betty.
Yeah.
And then did you see the special effects in that show? It's like, so it was a guy with a bad hat living with a white family.
Yeah.
And then it came out and tried to hit him with a broom, and then it changed like into a bat on a string.
Yeah, on a string, it's like you see like a fish pole in the camera shot. It was terrible.
The fuck?
That's awesome.
Yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum,
Betty.
yum, yum, yum. Do you wanna try it too? Here's the first part. Yum, yum. Yum, yum.
Do it with him. Yum yum.
Yum, yum.
Yum yum. He plays with that bad hat.
That is great. Now here is the second part.
I like the way he leaves that R out of there.
Yeah.
The second part.
Just suck your teeth.
Suck your teeth.
God, how do you do that?
Now,
Now that was really funky.
but you say those kids, fuck you.
I know. He's like, fuck you.
Hey, kids, fuck you.
We're gonna put it together like this. Yum, yum.
Yum yum.
Suck your teeth.
Yum yum. Yum yum. Yum yum.
Now practice that at home, and I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Halloween. Bye-bye.
Batty.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's just what you need. Your
Yeah.
fucking little kid walking around. Yum, yum.
No.
Yum, yum. Will you stop doing
Yeah.
that? is. Marquis told me to practice, Mom.
Child statistics on child beatings go up because of that fucking show.
Child mental retardation goes up. Yum, 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 yum. What the fuck is wrong with this kid over here?
I can see kids in like lunch lines like doing that shit. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum. Yeah.
Suck your teeth.
Like here comes that special kid.
Kid who's sucking his
He's
teeth
not
all
special.
He's just hungry.
Yeah.
He just got through watching Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah.
Man. Hey. Before I forget here.
All right. Don't forget.
I want to talk about this thing that got me upset with Ricky Gervais.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Well, what the hell? Was this something that happened on the show that we missed, or?
No, let me set it up for you.
Okay.
Ricky Gervais has a very popular podcast. A lot of people have heard about it. He's been doing it for a while.
I haven't.
Does it with two other people. And we say, not me.
Yeah.
Leog? I was too busy listening to them funny book boys.
Yeah.
No, this podcast that he does is going to be animated and put on HBO.
Okay.
And it's going to be people sitting around a table just talking.
Okay.
Now, if you look at it, I'm not saying that he ripped Spill.com off.
Oh, boy.
But it
sure does.
Check this out.
It.
They sit around, they have conversations, and then in the middle of that conversation, when they talk about some particular funny part, they cut away to some funny animation. And they come back to the guy sitting around the table.
Damn it!
And
do we copyright our shit? Patent it? Anything?
I lost my. Well, here's okay. Let me read this to you. This is with on a site called shortlist.com.
Okay.
And here's the interview that they did in November. And here's
November of 2009, right?
Yeah. And here's what they say. Here's the question from Shortlist. Whose idea was the animation? Ricky Gervais. I don't know. I think fans have been making them anyway, but this was either HBO or Wildbrain, who are the creative houses. Let me read this again. Okay. Let me get close. Who the creative house. Now, that's what it says. They're the ones who are doing it. I popped in on them in Los Angeles, and honestly, it's like a futuristic sweatshop. 50 people, one doing my little finger, one doing my left eyebrow. I mean, it's incredible. I remember saying to Carl once, I guess that's one of the guys on the show, because we'd watched Finding Nemo, and he liked it, and because he's rarely enthusiastic about anything, I told him that for a second on screen, it takes about a week to create Carl, and he went, not worth it, just a real fish and okay, whatever. Let me see. Okay. Let me get down to the part that because I read this a couple of days ago. So let me get down
to the nitty gritty,
to the part that really stands out. Let's see here. It was really important to us that they knew this was a real conversation that we had before animation, that this wasn't made with animation in mind. So it's almost like the animation's been done behind our backs, which gives us a whole new edge, really. It's the first it's the first animation. Okay, that's what it is. It's the first real animation. It's reality, 3 blokes just talking about stuff, and then they've animated it. So when Carl talks about the weird money stuff the weird monkey stuff that happens in the jungle, it suddenly goes to a dream sequence, and we're characters in the jungle. So he's saying this is the first time that they've taken real conversations and had animated characters talk over it.
Okay.
And that fucking pissed
bullshit.
Me off. You should have seen the emails I sent off last night to Hollywood.com. I was so mad, and I maybe I flew off the handle a little bit.
Oh, what'd you do? Were you cursing?
I just fucking lost it, man. I was just like, you know something? I don't want to be that fucking guy that was walking around town, going in a bar, drinking, and looking up and seeing Ricky Gervais making millions off this fucking idea and thinking like, you know what? I had that idea first at one time.
Right.
And everybody's like, yeah, sure, old man, whatever. And I told them, like, and they wrote back and said, well, we'll see what we can do about it, and we'll check into it and look at it and see what it's all about. And I wrote Jamie. I was just kind of like, I wrote Jamie and somebody else, and I said, you know what? I said, seriously, I'm upset about this.
Yeah.
Are we just not going to do anything? We're just going to blow it off? We can't send lawyers to... I'm not going to say that he stole the idea. I mean, because I think people have been doing sort of similar formats before. Right? I mean, I had to see more of the animation. You can see a little bit of it on RickyGervais.com. But I just said, I would just like for him not to go out and say that this is the first time that they've done this. This because it's not.
Right.
And I don't know, and I'm not saying Ricky Gervais did anything.
He probably has no clue.
He hasn't been to this site. He doesn't know anything.
He doesn't.
About this.
He doesn't get involved with the production.
No, not at all.
He's the talent. He doesn't get involved.
So he doesn't know. Ricky Gervais is probably he doesn't even do Twitter or Facebook or MySpace or any of that. So I'm not saying that he knew about this, but I just said, I would really like it if somebody would make it known that this is not the first time this has been done.
Right.
Whether it be us or somebody else. I mean, everything is expanded on something else. But
well, hey, you let Hollywood know, and you let the boys upstairs know. So hopefully they'll do something, or just say, hey, somebody's already doing that.
And
and I don't know where we can go from there, but
and today on the site, well, I know they could just probably send a heads up. Just a little notice saying, please stop declaring that this is the first time that this has been done, if it's even that important. I mean, Ricky Gervais might not even be talking about this later, but the show's coming on in February because I know that like Jamie and somebody else up in Hollywood.com, they were thinking like, let's just see what happens. I mean, we don't know they're tinkering with this and it might not be anything.
It could fail easily. Yeah.
And then he wrote back and said, oh, we see it's coming on in February. Maybe we should discuss it a little more. Today on that site where I saw this article, there's a comment that says, I think this sounds an awful lot like something else that's already been done. Check out the guys at Spill. In parentheses, it says Spill.com. And it comes from J.J. Walker.
Oh, really?
That's Jamie that wrote that shit.
Nice.
I know Jamie wrote that. But
J.J. Walker.
I would ask of the people out there, listen, if you see this being quoted anywhere else, write a comment on that page.
Oh, yeah.
Tell people to go to Spill.com and look at that and say, no, this is not the first time this has been done. It's been done, at least from this source that we know of, years before that.
People, this is co-host 3000 speaking right now, and I order my legion. I order you.
Go forth and destroy it.
Go to this website and put comments, and go to any other website you find reporting this news, and fucking throw down them comments saying this has been done before.
God
it's
damn
been done with the greatest of greatness, and it cannot be reproduced.
Fuck it, I'll pay for the bread.
And then we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm telling you. I'm ordering you to do that. Do it now, goddammit.
Yeah, Jesus Christ,
move.
Yeah, look, what are you looking at? Get
what are you doing? Get the fuck off the toilet and go.
Go, yeah. See a person running out with their pants around their ankles, scooting along. I'm going.
Hey, stop jerking off, man. Fucking chat and write something on the goddamn commentary. That was me trying to redo.
I know, I don't know what that was.
I'm bringing back
sound like a
sergeant.
Sound like a redneck.
Hey, get out from back and go punk that. That was a bad redneck or whatever I was trying to do.
Nah, man.
I apologize about that, folks.
No. Rednecks too. If you see that quoted anywhere, if you see it quoted anywhere, put down like, no, this is not it.
Sorry, I've already seen it. Already done it.
Done. Tell you what, man, it put a fire under me.
I don't blame you. Hey, I don't blame you, dude. I mean, shit, this shit happens to Howard Stern all the time. Shit.
It's just, fun,
when you see something you've done,
but we ain't got that. See, what upsets me? Okay, we
don't have that
money. We're not millionaires yet or anything like that.
We're small fries.
Yeah, and so I don't want to be the guy who quietly sits by and watch me and anybody else involved in this have to watch somebody else reap the benefits of something that we've all been a part of. And I would do everything I can to have people notice what we've done and prove ourselves to be not only the innovators in that, but the better person in that.
They will
the fucking better quality in that. I mean, I'm looking at this Ricky Gervais thing. The animation's great, man. I mean, they have shit. If they got that many people, they got a whole staff. We got a whole staff. There's me and Fungus Monkey working on this shit, you know. But I mean, for what we do a fucking great job, man. And I tell you, if we had a staff of 50 people, we'd fucking take over the world.
We would.
But I tell you what, though.
God knows I would.
It really put my priorities straight. It just told me, hey, you know what? You really got to get off your ass and
make shit happen.
Yeah, just make shit happen. I mean, that's just you. I mean, I'm already busy, but it just says you got to think. When you see shit like this, it makes you think. Fuck, man, I got to not reinvent, but re-innovate.
Oh yeah,
you got to do some other shit, man.
You don't know how many times I've had an idea come across to where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking do this. I'm gonna do this right now. And then the moment I think that, somebody either on the internet or I see something on TV, somebody's already done it, and I'm like, fuck, and it's always, and the thing is, you got to know. No idea is truly all that original. It's about who gets it out there first.
That's the thing. We got it out there first, and so I'm like, fuck that, man.
We got it out there first, but we got to let everybody know. We got to let everyone know it's out there.
It just, with
you telling the people out there, the bosses know now. I mean, it's gonna get out there. Don't worry.
I mean, last night I have
it will be known, Corey.
You know me, man. I'm passionate about shit. I will fly off the handle. And I'll just start saying anything to just make people listen. And you should have seen those emails I sent off. Yeah. I'm fucking sick of this trying to get off the ground.
Right.
With nothing happening. I gotta look at some fucking guy with a name and money go out and not only be known for it first, but also cash in on it. And I was like, and so Jamie had to say, I know Jamie was mad at the time, but Jamie was just like, hey, look, I'm sorry you didn't get the answer that you wanted when I first wrote back to you. I got the flu and everything, but listen, this is everything that's going on with the site.
Right.
And even though we might not be at the level we want to get to now, we are. You got to sit back, breathe, and look at the milestones that we've made so far. And I was just like, you know what, you're right, but it's just. I don't know, man.
Don't forget about what we've accomplished, but don't worry, Corey.
For as you know what, it's just like, I mean, that's a fucking story of my life, man. I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of.
Dude, it happens all the time. It happens to people on a daily basis, every day. Shit same kind of shit happens. It happens. Like I said, it happens to the biggest fucking media guy out there, Howard Stern. Still to this day, that guy is getting constantly ripped off.
I wouldn't mind if I was sitting up there with $50 million. I'd be like, all right, whatever.
But it's gonna happen if you got $50 million or $2. This shit's always gonna be there.
I'm not stopping. I might be on my deathbed, but I'm not stopping until I get my fucking millions. But I tell you what, I tell you this much though, it's just. I'm tired of being modest, man, because I've always been nice about shit and everything. But I gotta tell you, I'm more talented than a lot of people who reach a certain level, and some people who who surround me immediately. And I'm just looking at this and just like, you know what? I'm sorry. I can do this shit better, and I'm just sick of not being, recognized. Anybody who's involved with me not being recognized for it.
All you got to do though is you still got to keep doing it. Just because you get pissed. I mean, you can scream and holler that all you want. What matters is what you put out tomorrow.
I'm not a prick, I'm not a braggart or anything, but I'm just, I just see what being modest gets you, man. It's just kind of like you sit back and you be nice and you don't want to say anything.
In this business, no,
it's just like fuck that, man.
That's why I'm hollering and screaming. Yeah, hey, look at me. You got to do that. You got to do that, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you got to make sure that whatever you're putting out is better than the other guy's shit. That's how I look at it.
And you know what? Then that's what it did. It just said, I spent a lot of time. I think I've just been kind of slacking. I've just been kind of waiting for the go ahead to do something, and I'm just like, no, fuck this.
Nothing will ever fall in your lap. No. You just got to do it, even if you don't have the money. You got to find inventive ways, to make whatever you're doing that much bigger. And people are doing it, and the people who do it are successful. So.
No, that is true, and I hope that this is beneficial for everybody who's involved with the site, and beneficial for everybody who is a member of the site or visits the site, because I'm telling you, I mean, you can hear me right now. You're gonna see me trying things that I just waited on trying before, and I just and it's gonna be exhausting. But I saw that and I said, something, this could possibly happen again now that it's out there, and if we don't really, 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 really push ourselves to get out there and be heard. And not only be heard, but be better than all the people that have done this or taken our idea, whether it be on purpose or not.
Right.
Then we're just going to be those guys who someday will be a footnote.
Hey, I have to tell you right now, I don't think we'll ever be a footnote. I think we're going to be bigger than that. Well, I honestly think that we have somewhat of a cult following in a way, and in a good way.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we haven't been around for that long. and as much attention as we've been getting these last, few months, it's a big deal, I think, So
No, it is.
It's work. It's still going to be. We still got a lot of work to do. We should never get into a position where we're ever comfortable. I mean, there should always be a fire under our ass, to making us put out into, the best we fucking can to make people recognize and realize that this site is worth the shit. It's worth fucking coming to and hanging out for a good part of your day,
Yeah.
So.
And
You got to do that. You got to have that kind of mentality. That's what I do. That's what I do. Everything I do is gonna be number one or nothing. If it sucks, I ain't putting that. Corey, you ain't putting that up. Don't do it. Goddamn, I'll kill you.
It's not what you say. It's not up to spill standards.
Yeah, that's right.
Not up to purr.
That's right. Like if it's not up to the spill standards, Corey, don't fucking embarrass me. Don't put it up there. Don't
Should
do
have seen
it.
me last night. I went out and had a beer. I was all depressed and shit.
Oh, you should have called my ass. I was fucking laughing at old Cheech and Chong movies last night.
But that's what I could have used that,
Scratching my head, man.
I was working, man. I was just kind of like, I gotta take a break because it's just like you get in that mode when you see something like that, and you're like, fuck, man, what am I even working for? And you have to go out and just kind of take a breather.
I understand.
But it's good, man. Not really, like I said, I never for once felt sorry for myself. Or
you better not, goddamn.
I'm looking at people in Haiti. I wish somebody in Haiti would be like, wish you would say something like that to me.
Shut up. You got problems. You ain't got no problems.
Fuck Haiti. It's like people here in America who are like, man, you fucking got a job. It's like I ain't got shit.
Normally I would tell you, don't tell me your problems, Corey, but I'm gonna give you some slack. I understand you being upset, but I tell you what, whenever anybody comes complaining about me about their job or anything, the first thing I tell them, hey, are you dodging bullets?
Yeah.
No, then shut the fuck up.
Even if you were, you still getting paid for it. Well, hey man, I'm good now though. I'm very enthusiastic.
That's good to hear, Corey.
I'm very happy, and it's just really I think we're going to do some great things, and we see it now.
We've been doing great things, and we're going to keep doing great things, and we're going to do it for them, not to show that motherfucker how to do a great show. We're going to do it for the people who fucking come over here and waste their time on us. We're going to give them something worth fucking listening to and worth seeing. So
I'm doing this.
That's it.
To conquer. Right. Hey man.
Yes.
You know what?
What?
Speaking of innovative things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's about time. I was like, wow, it'd be funny if we skip this.
No.
If we forget about this again.
No. But I'm not letting that happen this time. They got a new version of the real doll.
Yes.
See if I can find this right here.
Yes.
No, that's not it.
No, it's the.
Where is it? Don't tell me I lost it.
Oh, there it is. Right there it is. Old Roxy.
Now they say this is the world's first sex robot.
Yeah.
So it's different from the real doll in that this moves, talks.
No. I don't think
it'll grab you and yank your dick for you.
It's not that fucking innovative. I think all it does is it basically has a conversation with you. It basically has a voice box and it tells you things that you want to hear.
So it's like having sex with a quadriplegic then?
Pretty much.
Like who's paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah.
Like they can talk to you while
they can talk, but they can't. They can't move or anything. And,
we have a video here of Roxy at the AVN Adult Expo.
Yeah.
AVN, of course, is the Adult Video Network. Is that what that is?
Adult Video News.
Okay. And they have a guy who comes out and does a little demonstration, which I don't think he comes out and fucks the doll in front of anybody.
Thank God, no. He's
not, but this guy
he's
right
a big fat dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's listen to what this guy has to say about Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
Roxy. Hey kids, do you like fucking a doll?
Yeah.
It's Roxy's beat of the day.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you today. Today is a momentous occasion. All of us.
Damn, this is the perfect guy for this doll.
Yeah.
This guy is like a kind of a fat guy with bald. He's balding. Got the bald spot on the top of his head. He's wearing like these crazy glasses. Today is a momentous occasion.
Yeah, he's the guy from Office Space. The guy who always gets pushed back in the corner, and the guy who's always having his stapler taken away from him.
If you don't return my doll, I'm gonna burn the building down.
Not only us in the adult entertainment community, but outside at CES, you know those other guys that are missing out on all the fun. Well, they're going to miss out on this. And there's a few people here from CES yes, because
Ain't nothing but guys out in this audience looking at this. It should look hard up looking dude.
Yeah, one guy with a video. Well, yeah, you see one guy with a video camera in one hand and the other hand holding his dick.
this is where the stuff really happens. First of all, I'm a low-key guy, so it doesn't look that way, but I am. My name is Douglas Hines. I'm an engineer. Originally, I was with Bell Labs, Artificial Intelligence.
I'm an engineer.
Wow.
Meanwhile, okay, you're with the lab.
He
doing
worked in
artificial
AI,
intelligence in AI. Instead of working out shit that like maybe a robot that could help people, I don't know, maybe an earthquake in Haiti. He's working on fucking a doll that you can fuck.
Exactly.
That just lies there.
Well,
just
look at him. Look at him. He looks like a pervert. So what else is he going to be thinking
the
about?
Perfect sex machine. Something that just lies there.
And
Can't fight back.
the website is TrueCompanion.com. See, True Companion is a self-contained robot. She has a computer. She has I/O board. She has motors. She has servos. She has a battery pack. She has an accelerometer. She has touch sensors, pressure sensors throughout her body. So, for instance, if I touch her here,
I love holding hands with you.
What?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
That's the voice?
It's a talking doll. Yeah.
Oh, I love how your hands feel.
Yeah.
That is creepy.
I think it was his voice that they used for this, for this doll. Yeah.
If you slow it down, it says,
Oh, I like your hands on me.
So okay, from what I'm getting from this, the gist of it is that apparently it has sensors inside, like its mouth, and I'm sure its vagina area, to where if it feels either your penis or your tongue, it will, I guess, contract. I guess that's what it seems like.
I guess first of all, these sensors, they prompt a certain voice command.
Oh,
or
okay.
a certain voice response.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I was about to say that would make sense.
Well, I don't know. It might be. I mean, I haven't looked at the whole video, but right now it just spoke. So right now, you know, it has sensors where it's prompted to give a response when it's touched in that location.
Oh, in certain areas. Okay. Now I understand.
she wants to hold hands with me. Now,
Oh, that's what it said.
I want to hold hands with you.
Like you said, that's him.
Yeah.
I want to hold hands with you.
Now does the doll say that before or after you're holding its hand? That would be kind of
And what if
weird.
it was your penis in there? You know, in her hand. I want to hold hands with you. No, I got my dick in your hand.
That's right.
God damn it, this thing doesn't work.
You don't want to hold on to that.
it's because she has different personalities. Roxy,
Shit ain't working.
I know, it's like, yeah, the different personalities. He's right. No, it's right. She doesn't feel like talking.
Yeah. Roxy.
You tell her something. You tell her to do something, and she doesn't do it.
That
That's
guy-
exactly what I expect from a real doll. You know?
Exactly. That's a real doll right
Yeah.
there. You talk to it, does nothing.
Yeah.
Be funny if he just lost it on stage.
Fucking, you treat me like every fucking woman I've ever met. You fucking asshole, you bitch.
And the doll says, "Shut the fuck up, you pervert!
Man. Stop ignoring me.
You sick fuck!
You ignore me like that bitch in the fucking bar. Talk to me, goddammit.
You got a small dick."
It just pisses him off.
What did you say?
first of all, she's anatomically consistent with a real person. She has 3 inputs, so what you can think of as for a woman, she could do. And she could do a little more than a woman.
Oh, now you're talking.
Like pretend to fucking play dead.
Okay, so 3 inputs. You can figure out what those are, and it can do more than a woman. Which I don't know what that could
that would be the nostrils and one of the ears. Here.
Like a hole just opens in the middle of her head.
For skull fucking.
You can skull fuck her. And she's still alive.
Yeah.
In all her inputs, she has sensors that sense when she's being touched. Whether it's the hands, vagina, the breasts, and so it doesn't matter where she's held. You hold her hand, she feels her hand touch. If you go down here, she knows what you're doing.
There's a guy.
He's fingering this doll right now.
I was about to
He's
say,
having too much fun.
there's a guy in the crowd. What about her butthole?
Black dude out there. What about the booty?
Yeah.
The booty hole.
She doesn't say no when I touch her there, does she?
Get so nasty with this.
No wonder we're not on HBO, Court.
Sabotage ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Roxy. I'm just trying to tell our fans what you're up to. So she comes with different personalities. I started going ahead and making advances to her, she said, "Give it to me hard. Go ahead and touch me where it counts," and so forth.
He just touched the crotch, and now you got all these fucking guys in the background.
Do her!
Now,
Fuck her, man. Fuck her.
Take off your clothes, baby!
because there's a lot of people here from CES that really appreciate the electronic side of it. I'm going to talk about something very personal to me. I lost a friend, a dear friend, 9/11.
He's gonna actually talk about 9/11
no.
while he's up on stage demonstrating a fucking sex doll.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
Has
no,
this guy have no couth?
don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. Come have some respect.
Ixnay on the 9/11 day.
On the Ainglay.
And I was working as an engineer at Bell Labs, and I was kind of...
Sounds like the pervert train going on back there. Woo woo!
So what I did is I spent many years developing and creating this application for the community. And so several of the things she could do is she could switch gears from being very reserved to be very aggressive. For instance, if I touch her here, which she'll do, where am I going to put this? So she kind of is very graphic in some ways. We can switch her personality and make her very, very...
I haven't heard one different personality yet.
Yeah.
It's all every personality has been like, oh,
Yeah, gross. Stop touching me.
get your fat hands off me,
Rape! Yeah.
you fucking nerd.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if people just jumped on stage and just gang raped this dog.
Oh, God.
They just lost control.
I do not want to see that.
reserved, very outgoing. Someone's
okay.
Wendy, S&M Susan.
You know, this video is boring me, man. I can't, I'm looking for like something. I want the dog to get up and start fucking this guy, you know?
Oh, whoa.
I thought the dog was gonna bend over and like take the guy and bend him over on the couch, get a strap on and take him to town.
Okay.
They get here. Let me put on probably a more interesting video.
Yeah.
Here. They have something here that they actually show sex with Roxy.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
How do they do that?
I don't know if it's on YouTube. Well, they have one with YouTube here. Let's see.
Rocking out with Roxy.
Oh.
Like, couldn't they have picked a better name for that chick? Roxy. Sounds like an 80s name.
Yeah.
It sounds like that old motherfucker fucking picked that name. Roxy.
Let's see here. Oh, this must be a joke here. Because they... Okay, here it is. I'm going to type this in. I don't want to mention the site
Yeah.
over the show, but I'm going to type in... Okay, here we go. Roxy sex scenes with first-time users.
Oh.
It's just a bunch of still images.
It is?
It looks like
It
that.
looks like the same fucking image. All right, let's see what happens.
Okay, no, wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to type in. I didn't get a chance to type in what the name of the URL was. So let me type this in. It's people having sex with this doll, actually.
Pervert doll 3000.
Let's see here. Trying to prevent from saying the name. Type this in.
Yeesh. Oh, and by the way, Roxy looks really fucking creepy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, now they want you to pay for it.
I
Should have known.
I thought you downloaded a virus just now. It's like, you dumb bitch. Welcome to the wonderful world of viruses. No, it might as well be a virus. We just managed to get to a New Moon page. I don't know how that...
Yeah, we went from Roxy the sex doll to New Moon.
Yeah.
It ain't the moon you
They
think.
get me every time.
Fuck this, man. They got me fill out a survey just to see.
Don't do that.
see some
You
fucking-
don't fill it out, Corey.
I'm gone.
What are you doing?
Just to see a guy fuck a doll, you know?
No,
Fuck this,
I
man.
don't need to see that.
Okay, to hell with this.
I see Cyrus screwing all kinds of dolls all the time. Fucking the Wonder Woman, fucking Blue Canary, Black Canary.
And they're only 12 inches high. I broke my toy again. Fuck this, man.
What are you doing with that Barbie Star Trek doll, Cyrus?
Well, look, women been fucking machines for years. Why can't guys do that?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at this doll, and it's like I have never understood the allure of the real doll, and they have. It's so sad too, man. I either heard a bit of a show or saw a bit of a documentary.
Yeah, there was a documentary. I can't remember the name of it, but it was dealing with a guy who lived in a house with a few of the real dolls. Yeah,
they talked to several guys. I remember seeing one guy who he liked his real doll more than his women.
Yeah.
I mean, not more than his women, but his girlfriend.
More than his girl. Yeah, that's right. He liked her more than his girlfriend. And the thing is, the girlfriend felt bad for him, I guess, and was just like suffering through this craziness with him and this real doll. But I think it's the same guy who I think they celebrated. There's a scene where they celebrated his birthday, and the real doll was at the table with a fucking party hat on. I think
fucking weird, man.
If it wasn't, that was my crazy imagination doing that. But yeah.
And I think this guy's girlfriend stayed with him too. Mm-hmm. He had 2 dolls, and so he could have a threesome with them.
What was the film that they made?
I can't remember. But that guy, he had a girlfriend. He was just kind of losing it. Yeah, he was just fucking crazy. The guy I felt sorry for is the guy that could not get a girlfriend. I felt he couldn't.
Right.
And you could tell that he had trouble meeting women because when he was interviewed, he said, "You don't have to worry about being nervous." Not to worry about, and he talked like this, don't have to worry about rejection. You know that they're always there for you. That's peace of mind right there.
Yeah.
You're fucking a doll.
Wow.
That's peace of mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not being judgmental. If you want to fuck a doll, I'm the guy that fucked a vacuum cleaner. I have no way to come out and say that. Of course, I was 10 years old at the time, so, you know.
You could say the same thing about any other inanimate object as far as treating you how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
There's this nice tree, doesn't back talk.
I guess I just see it kind of sad because this is a guy who's given up on trying to meet women.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a guy, we talked about this before, there's a guy who likes to have sex with cars. He loves cars.
That's right.
The guy, those are his significant others.
Yeah.
And the reason why I don't feel sorry for that guy, because he's made his choice. He says, I'm not attracted to human beings.
Sorry.
Right? I'm not attracted to women. I got these cars. Yeah, I'll fuck cars.
I'll fuck them. Yeah.
I'm not hurting anybody. It's like, what can I say?
Yeah.
Really, what can I say, man?
I fuel inject those motherfuckers. Yeah.
Could you see me role play? Yeah. Looking for a fill up? Coming out there dressed up like those old time gas station attendees.
You know it's gonna turn bad one of these days. You're gonna find him on the fucking road with tire treads on his fucking ass. You know, fucking ran over. It's gonna be like his fucking car.
It's gonna be like Christine one day. That car's gonna come to life, slam his dick in the door, and take off down the street. No! Ah!
It was a crime of passion.
But that guy hadn't given up on anything.
My God, yeah.
He gave up on women as a choice. He said, I tried to date girls. He said at 15, I knew that I was really falling in love with machines. And he even admitted, I think, that he had an attraction to other things like maybe boats or motorcycles or something. Seriously.
Getting real kinky there.
And some people have this thing, man. The only time I really feel bad for people is when they fucking animate objects and they can't have it. Like there's a woman who wants to marry the Eiffel Tower. To marry the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
It's like you're not going to have a life with the Eiffel Tower, all right?
No. That goes beyond crazy. Yeah.
Now, if you had like a little Eiffel Tower, I say be careful where you put it because it's sharp. But but you know, you have more.
You need a tetanus shot.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to be at the emergency room and they're going to be putting on the gloves trying to pull that shit out of it.
No shit.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'll show the world. Climbs up to the top of that fucking thing. I'll show them all. What's that fat, nasty chick doing climbing that thing left like Spider-Man?
Top of the world.
It's like it's a new Spider-Man movie.
They had to come and get a helicopter, pull her ass up off of it.
Yeah, who's that, Venom? They using his ass again? Oh, man, that's just going to suck.
But that, you know, the guy who does cars, he said he made a choice, and he says he has what he wants in life.
Yeah.
The guy who's doing the real dolls, it's the guy who just said, okay, I'm settling because I'm not gonna meet a woman.
Yeah, and that's sad.
That is sad, man.
It is.
Yeah.
But I wish I could remember the movie that was made about a guy and his real doll.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I know what you're talking about. It was the movie. I thought you were talking about the documentary.
No.
Okay,
Well, I'm talking about the documentary, but the film, the actual film.
Oh,
that was made.
Yeah, I saw that movie. It's the guy. There's something that happened in his life.
Something
that put him in shock.
Yeah.
And he's not having sex with the doll. He's kind of replacing what's missing in his life. And I'll tell you what it is in the movie. And and they have to act like this is a real person.
Was it like Jake and the Real Doll or something like that? Or
something like that.
Okay. Oh,
yeah, let me. I'll look it up because I know people are gonna want to know it.
Right.
And right now people are yelling at us.
I know. You dumb motherfucker.
Lars, is it Lars?
Lars and the Real Doll.
I didn't. Yeah, I think that's it.
There you go. Yeah, just look it up real quick. I think that's it though. I have that movie at home, and the thing is, I haven't watched it yet, and I've been kind of.
Yeah, it's called Lars and the Real.
Lars and the Real. Yeah, I've been kind of like holding off on it just because I feel like I need to get into a certain mood to watch it because I knew a guy who told me he went and saw that movie with his girlfriend, and he's like, man, if you haven't seen this movie yet, you have to see it. And I tell you what, I'm gonna admit to you right. This guy was telling me this. I'm gonna admit to you right now that movie fucking had me bawling like a fucking chick.
Really?
It had me in fucking tears.
Well, that's the thing.
And I was like, oh God, now I don't want to see it. You know?
If you see one sex doll movie in your life, see Lars and the Real Doll. No, Lars and the Real Doll is a very sweet movie. It has nothing to do with sex. It's not perverted. It's just it's a guy who's kind of just trying to court something that's missing from his life, trying to reenact a part of his life, and it is sad. It's very sad. And not sad because he's dating a doll. I mean, it's a sad technically it's a romantic comedy.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't that moved by it because I thought Lars was gonna kill somebody. Lars had me nervous.
All right, well, I'm gonna watch it this week.
So
damn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for guys to show up to the emergency room with
it happens.
Stuck to the Real Dolls.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's gonna happen. Well, I don't know about that, but no, there's guys show up to the emergency rooms all the time for getting involved in all kinds of fucked up sexual acts. Oh, and I say this because at the time I was dating this girl who her mom worked at the hospitals, and she would like tell me these crazy fucking stories of guys coming in, going in the hospital with all kinds of crazy shit in their ass.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Like the craziest shit, from toy cars to God knows what else.
Man, my friend Walt Holcomb gave me an X-ray. I still have it somewhere. I forgot where he worked. And Walt Holcomb is like this really great cartoonist now. I think he works on The Simpsons, but when we were in school, he used to work at a company sorting X-rays or making copies of X-rays. And he gave me this X-ray that showed a flashlight almost all the way up a guy's ass.
Still on? You see the light beam?
The guy's coming through from his mouth and eyes.
He's looking like Lopan from fucking Big Trouble in Little China. Awesome. Wow.
He's looking like that fucking dude from Mortal Kombat.
Fucking Raiden.
Raiden got his eyes light up. But man, and I said, "Is this real?" And he's like, "That's real." I was like,
"Oh yeah." I know half the shit she was telling me. I was like, "Really?" She's like, it's like toys and like the craziest shit you can think of, dude. Vegetables and shit. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's men and women. I mean,
no, women. Oh, I mean, there was in high school, a girl was rushed to a hospital because I guess in the bathroom she was masturbating with a cucumber and that shit broke off in her vagina.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than glass. They've had cases where glass have broken in men's rectums before.
Oh, damn.
I guess women too, but I've only heard it about happening to a guy.
You can't recycle like that.
I told Leon to let me use plastic, but he didn't believe it.
You really looking forward to that deposit, huh?
I can't recycle this.
Yeah.
It'll smell like shit, but
5-cent deposit. Damn.
But anyway, rock!
Oh!
Rock! Rocking and rolling. Ooh, that's a damn right.
Bottle! Up your ass! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, people, welcome to Fuck Your Thoughts.
That's right.
The email section. Let's do this.
You'll never hear this segment on HBO.
No.
You sons of bitches.
No, where you gonna get fine quality like this?
That's right.
Paying Ricky Gervais for that shit. You got real entertainment real entertainers right here.
That's right.
You assholes. All right. Oh, you sent me an email today
Yes.
with several emails attached.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna read some of those.
Okay. We already read the first one.
Yeah, we read that first
Yeah,
one.
huh?
So let's move on
Mm-hmm.
to some of the others that got passed up. Like, here's a good one. I don't know. Do you really want to answer a Star Wars question?
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
It's from Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick says, good evening. Hey, guys. George Lucas has recently stated that the success of Avatar might lead to the re-releasing of Star Wars films in 3D. How do you feel about this? I personally wish the man would stay the fuck away from the idea because I expect it would lead him to making changes to the original films, just like what he did the last time the movies were re-released in the late 90s. And
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. I'm tired of him fucking with those movies. I'm tired of it. All right, I'm just
tired.
sick and tired of being sick and tired. Now, the only saving grace here, the only saving grace is that George Lucas could probably do something really cool with the 3D.
Yeah.
And if he does do them with Star Wars, maybe he can do it sooner than actually starting over with a new film. And I'm not talking about a new Star Wars film,
Right.
just any kind of movie.
Any film, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish he would make something like THX 1138. I mean, I wish he would do something like that, you know, and yeah, make it 3D, make it interesting, make it artsy, for crying out loud. You know, you're already doing all kinds of other crazy shit. Get back to your artsy roots that, you know, in that DVD, he did state that he wanted to do something like that again after the Star Wars movies were done. You know, after he was getting done with all that shit, he was like, yeah, I'd like to go back and do something artsy for once.
And he could. And that's all I'm saying, people. I mean, everybody thinks I hate George Lucas. I imagine everybody thinks you hate George Lucas.
Yeah.
And
Hate's
George
a strong
Lucas,
word, Corey.
yeah, it is. Do you really know what you're saying when you use that word? I don't hate George Lucas. In fact, I love George Lucas. George Lucas, I've always said this over and over again. He's innovated this industry more than anybody else on the technical side. I mean, he's helped create the blockbuster, for better or for worse. Yep. He's given us some of our best memories. He's influenced this culture like none other.
You're absolutely right.
And to say you hate this guy, I mean, that's just downright wrong to me if you really love movies. George Lucas, as far as I'm concerned, is one of my heroes.
One of my favorite movies, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
I mean, he was involved with that, and I'm sorry, but I can't hate the guy that much.
No. I actually love George Lucas. I mean,
he's a humble guy. You know, when you see him in the interviews, yeah, you know, he'll say some stuff, you know, leave you scratching your head, but he sounds like a pretty genuine, humble guy. You know, he's just trying to make films. Yeah, he may not be good at it, but hey, he's doing it, you know.
He knows, I tell you what, he knows his shit about movies. Yeah. He's great in an interview. And I just think that those are some major, transparent missteps that he took with the Star Wars prequels, and it hurt to see that. I mean, I'm not even too close to the film.
Yeah.
There are way bigger Star Wars fans out there than me, so I didn't take it personally, but I looked at him and the potential that he had with the mythology that he created. I mean, those are his words. He's like, I read Joseph Campbell. Those influenced my take on the mythology with these movies to like not be able to create a new mythology of equal or greater magnitude when the material is there to do so.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just it's heartbreaking.
And you should look for they did a documentary, I think, on, I can't remember if it was the History Channel or what, but they did a history of mythology using the Star Wars films as an example of Joseph Campbell's mythology books, as far as you know, the journey of the hero. It's great stuff. And George Lucas, you know, he knows what he's talking about. I mean, he's obsessed with mythology. Yeah. And you know, he made it work for that first, you know, Star Wars trilogy. But yeah, I mean, I can never.
It's just somebody,
it's his problem with those last movies, and I've said it time and time again. He just had he didn't have anybody holding him back. He had too many yes men around him. Yeah. And that was the real problem, you know.
Today, I see the Star Wars movies and even the Indiana Jones movies now, or at least with the last one. They're just a way of tinkering with things. They don't really seem true to the stories.
Yeah.
And I think they should really concentrate now on making films, not just playing around with the technology and using that as an excuse.
Right.
Making movies as an excuse to tinker with technology. I mean, make some real fucking hardcore, story-driven, great narrative, great character type movies. I mean, that's not worried about creating a fucking goofy ass character with big ears flopping around talking about you know, because that nobody wants that kind of shit. Of course, talking about Jar Jar Binks. Because they were talking about, we got this. Do you remember when they were talking about Jar Jar Binks? We have this great, completely CG character.
Yeah, right.
It's like this.
Yeah, and after you see it, you're like, you know what? I don't care to see that ever again.
This is a deformed Roger Rabbit that you got up here, who's talking like step and fetch it. I mean, come on.
This is like a misstep for technology.
Yeah, you set black people and technology back 3 years with this. But yeah, George Lucas. I mean, the guy. I think he has so much potential to just leave that shit alone.
Right.
Let's see what you can do next.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. I mean, and the funny thing is he's been talking about that whole Star Wars 3D thing since the Phantom Menace, you know, well, not the Phantom Menace, since the last Star Wars movie came out, Revenge of the Sith. He was talking about redoing those in 3D and getting them in IMAXs. So, you know.
Now, I'll relate a question here.
We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. Just do something else. I mean, unless it's just really kick-ass 3D, I'll meet you. I'll even meet you halfway on this. If you release those movies confident that you can do something really great with that 3D, but don't put in all those little goofy scenes into the originals.
No more special edition shit. Even though they still have not released the definitive editions, I think that they're going to plan on doing, because I mean, I saw footage of Yoda from the Phantom Menace completely redone, and with the effects they did in 2 and 3. So that film has yet to be released where they completely replaced the puppet with the CG.
With
Yoda.
CG?
Yeah. But it's done. If you there's a behind the scene where you see a scene with Yoda from the first movie talking to young Anakin, and it's completely a CG Yoda.
Yeah.
So
you know, they actually showed those. You would catch weird things late at night, and not too long after the movies came out. I remember when they did the re-release of the Star Wars movies with the new effects. My friend Adrian and I, you remember Adrian?
Yeah.
Adrian and I, we were watching late night TV, and they showed those movies. And this was like maybe 2 or 3 years after they were theatrically released. And we're like, wow, that was fast for them to put this on TV. And we just watched them, and we're like, man, this is silly. They had scenes in there that they just stopped to show robots doing funny business.
Right.
It's like, really? You just made this movie longer for no reason. So, a related question to this from Lord Death. They said, who would you like to see direct the next Star Wars trilogy? And they already named some names that I was thinking of.
Right. He has some great names on that.
Yeah, this is from Lord Death put down. Now his that he put down were J.J. Abrams, Sam Raimi, and Neil Blomkamp. The guy did District 9.
District 9,
and I already had J.J. Abrams and Neil Blomkamp in mind.
Right.
When he said that, when he posed that question, I was like, yeah, those are shoe-ins, man.
Yeah, they are.
Sam Raimi, no. Listen, I'm
just because he's the name of the week, people are throwing around. Yeah.
No, and I have to say, I love Sam Raimi too, but let Sam Raimi just go off and do his thing.
And you know what? Sam Raimi doesn't want to do a Star Wars movie, so don't worry.
I think, and I hate to say this about Sam Raimi, but I think Sam Raimi would bring a certain air of goofiness to the Star Wars movies that
which you already have. You got your C-3PO.
You don't need any more of that.
That wouldn't be anything new. To the series.
Let's see some people who take science fiction seriously and will approach it seriously and get a grittier script out of those, and those definitely would be Neil Blomkamp especially.
Oh fuck yeah!
Who we just talked about this other night. I'm sorry, but District 9 much better movie than Avatar.
Yes, I agree. I agree wholly. And I'll throw this name out there too, just because I've always wanted it to happen. Steven Spielberg directing a Star Wars film.
Well, they're talking about Steven Spielberg and what's his name? Godfather, Francis Ford
Coppola.
Yeah.
Oh, what? They're going to team up and do something?
There was a mention. That was just mentioned. That. That was Coppola to do a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I really don't think I want to see them do that. After seeing Indiana Jones, I don't want to see Spielberg touch those films at all. And I love Spielberg. I want to see Spielberg start doing some other things. I don't want to see them collaborating anymore. That's just me. I would rather see I haven't seen the Book of Eli. I heard it's decent. I heard it's all right. But I heard the thing I keep hearing about it is that it's directed all right. I'd love to see directors like the Hughes brothers maybe take on something like a Star Wars movie. You know, people who are really taking on a gritty approach to futuristic films and science fiction to take on a Star Wars film because I don't want to see anybody do anything cute.
Oh, you know what? Another name real quick before I forget that I always wanted only because I know that he worked on Empire Strikes Back. David Fincher.
David Fincher would
kill to see
be
David
brilliant
Fincher,
to work on one of those movies.
Do a Star Wars film.
Yeah. No, that would be great. I'd love to see Seltzer and Freeberg fuck up the Star Wars trilogy more than it's already fucked. Guys who did the disaster movie, Star Wars movie.
They don't have to do that. Those guys might as well have directed the last prequels. So
yeah. So any young directors out there, guys who have known to be serious but visionary, very visual filmmakers. That's
Peter Jackson.
No, not Peter Jackson.
That was a joke.
I'm just thinking about. I hope so. I couldn't tell at first.
Come on, man. You did the Lord of the Rings.
Tell you the reason why I guess I don't want to see Francis Ford Coppola do a Star Wars movie is because I keep thinking about Captain EO.
Oh,
did you know he did Captain EO?
Oh, that's right. Oh, really?
He directed Captain EO.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I had a documentary on videotape a long time ago. Whoopi Goldberg hosting the making of Captain EO.
And I remember that. I remember that on TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
And
God damn.
I remember when I was a kid seeing that rerun, I was like, man, I want to see this so bad. It's going to be great. And I saw it and I was like, this is fucking corny.
Yeah. Fuck. This is like everything I hate about Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. All in 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Michael Jackson running around with some knockoffs C-3PO and shit. All right. So let's move on to question from the Pope. Oh shit, got it. You know what? The Pope.
The Pope.
Hey, fuck this thought.
Yeah.
Fuck my skull. No, the Pope says, fuck this thought till the cows are coming home. He says, hey, Corn co-host, what is some of the worst CG you've seen in film, whether it's live action or animated? Well, if you want to talk about something mainstream.
Yeah, mainstream, like big budget mainstream. Shit. I would say what, for some reason I want to say G.I. Joe.
Some of the worst?
No, well, I won't call it the worst.
I'll tell you some of the worst that I've seen. I mean, in a while. And they're not terrible, but it's no excuse for this movie having it. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the end of that movie, it looks like they rushed through that. And Carlisle and I had a discussion about whether or not it was rushed. I heard the movie was rushed. He said they had plenty of time.
Okay. Because I saw it. I saw it recently. And I kind of liked it. You know, it wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed it.
Did it look like some characters had a halo around them from bad blue screen?
I couldn't tell because those scenes, those special effects scenes were already crazy enough. I didn't know if that was supposed to be intentional or what, but
see, I don't think it was.
It looked. I mean, it wasn't great. I mean, but it seemed like it. Yeah, maybe so because it seemed like it was suffering from budget.
If there's no reason to show that, I mean, because it's bad blue screen effects and it doesn't really lend itself to the story at all. I mean, I don't know what it's trying to say. So if you got to sit there and guess, then I'm going to say that that wasn't intentional. So I saw that, and that was one of the few times I noticed, like, wow, that is really bad. I'll tell you another big budget movie where the special effects were terrible at the end. It was The Mummy 2, where they had the Rock.
Oh, the Rock. Oh, yeah. That was
horrible.
The worst. Yeah. And just thinking at the time, it's like, you know what? I know you guys can do better. You got all this money, and you might as well have done like stop motion. Fucking you should have done some Ray Harryhausen shit because that's what it looked like. It looked like a really bad CG mock-up of a fucking Ray Harryhausen action figure. I mean, it looked terrible. It looked like a fucking He-Man fucking cartoon all of a sudden.
Oh yeah. No, it was awful, man. They had the Rock come down. He tried to do that eyebrow thing, and it looked so fake.
Terrible, yeah.
Yeah, that movie was horrible.
I thought I was watching a Sinbad movie. I was like, what the fuck? And I don't mean the comedian.
He's a bad special effect on his own. But for that movie to have as much money as it did, that was terrible. As far as animated films, you're talking about CGI effects.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I saw an animated film where it was 2D. It was called The King and I, and there was, like, you actually saw a scene where characters popped off screen. The budget was so cheap. But anyway, that's not CG. As far as CG goes, I saw an animated movie for kids called Fly Me to the Moon, which was it was so bad. It was about these little bugs that helped that helped the Apollo mission.
What?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be sure never to look for that film.
And Buzz Aldrich was in it, and
oh no.
Yeah, and he narrated at the end. But the CG in the movie was so cheap and it was so bad. And the funny thing about it is that it was in 3D, and the 3D was actually pretty cool.
Really?
But the bugs themselves, that you could tell it was so cheap that they had this real limited movement, like they moved like toys or robots, like they had limited movement on their heads, and their arms moved too fast sometimes, and you could see where they used the same head over and over again, except that they stretched the nose, or they made the cheeks bigger,
right.
They put glasses on a character. It was the same fucking head, man. It was like, you're not fooling anybody with this.
Oh, I got one for you.
What's that?
Everybody get ready for this.
Yes.
Fantastic Mr. Fox. Boy, that movie looked like shit.
Fuck you. No, that's not CG, first of all. And second of all, that movie.
It should have been.
That movie like old-fashioned stop motion.
Old-fashioned. You know what?
Yeah.
Keep it old-fashioned. keep it under your bed.
It's because you can't appreciate that shit.
Give that shit back to
You're
your
not an
grandpa.
artist, sir.
Give that shit back to your
You're
grandpa.
not an artist. Shut the fuck up.
Artist. Artist smartest.
What else did I see?
What else? Yeah, I can't fucking think of too many.
I'm trying to think of some stuff recently. I mean, some stuff that is big budget, not meant to be bad, but is clearly bad. I can't think of anything recently too.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Nah, well,
Yeah.
You got a handful right there.
Yeah, there you go. Play with that.
Yeah.
Don't go blind.
Yeah. What do you find? Yeah. Give us your your choices.
Sure, people have like a
Hoodwinked was a movie where I don't think the animation was all that good. It was a CG.
Even though I thought you know what? I thought that movie was so goddamn funny it didn't matter.
I heard it was funny.
I love that movie.
But the CG wasn't all that great, was it?
No.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I thought it was a lot. I thought it was just a lot more funnier than a lot of films, a lot of animated films that were coming out that year. I'll tell you that much.
There's a good lesson. One of the things they tell animators is it depends on what kind of story you're trying to tell. But if you're trying to tell if you're trying to be funny, this especially works in funny animated films. It's your gags and your humor that's going to
win over the audience.
Yeah, it's not how pretty your pictures are.
Not at all. Not at all. And you know what? And that's a good lesson to a lot of animators. I know a lot of animators sometimes get real fucking snooty with, I'm doing this project, but, it looks like shit or whatever. And I'm like, well, is it supposed to be funny? Yeah, well, then make it funny. I mean, don't worry about it. Sorry, not everything has to look like Disney, but make it funny. It's like, when I see something funny, I don't give two shits about what it looks like, as long as it's funny.
Mike Judge has made millions off of bad animation.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Beavis and Butthead is some of the worst.
Yes.
He admitted he can't draw.
No. Yeah, you could tell.
And you can tell. And it doesn't matter. It makes it even funnier.
Exactly.
So fuck it,
Yeah.
So we have a question here from Rusty. It says, how far would you be willing to go to see Clint Eastwood make another last stand badass Western movie like The Fistful of Dollars and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? Or maybe you don't even want to see another one. No, he already did.
Yeah,
one.
he already did. It's called Unforgiven.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do you want? I mean, I don't think he's going to do anything to top Unforgiven.
He better not.
And I don't think at this point, I'm not going to say that he can't. I mean, maybe we could get that kind of character in another setting. Like if maybe somebody gave Clint Eastwood a badass post-apocalyptic film where he's kind of that character. I mean, I'm not talking about any kind of like schlocky science fiction film.
Book of Eli 2.
Yeah, let's just say they gave him like a really kick-ass version, a better than version of the Book of Eli.
Yeah,
and you have the lone gunsman going across the land.
I'd be in for
but
that.
only if it was a truly great script. I mean, you got to. We're talking about where you can't have like all these little empty. Shallow action scenes. You got to have a lot of character. This movie has to be epic, and Clint Eastwood has to be the guy.
Road meets the Road Warrior.
There you go.
That's what I want.
That perfectly put.
Yes.
Thank
you, sir.
So let's move on.
I'll be writing that script tonight. I'm gonna pull out my Emperor meets Boba Fett
script again.
Make notes.
Let's see. We got.
Which, by the way, Mexicano, that was a fucking badass poster you made.
Oh, did you see that? That was wasn't it?
Awesome. Yeah, my buddy showed. He's like, "Did you fucking see this?" I was like, "Whoa!" I was like,
put that up again, Mexicano. I want to post that so people. Let's see. This is from K-Bot. This is actually a couple of Cohen's questions, but fuck it, you don't get it answered here because I didn't pay attention when I put it down. What story elements make for a good romantic comedy? And what would you I'm not reading crazy anymore. This is her. And what would you ideal romantic comedy look like? I guess you're trying to say what would your
idea? Yeah. Already been done.
Yeah.
500 Days of Summer. I'm sorry.
It's your chemistry between your characters really that make a romantic comedy.
Mm-hmm. And your honesty to be realistic with them.
Yeah.
I mean, don't give me some fantasy bullshit. You save that shit for Julia Roberts.
Well, you know what? I mean,
give me some real shit. I can believe. You know?
You're right. I mean, but there's two ways of doing romantic comedy these days, and I'm not saying these are the only two ways, but the two that jump to mind are you can take the realistic route where this couple is just not meant to be. A romantic comedy doesn't always have to have the couple get together, but traditionally that's what happens, and we can have the most unbelievable romanticized version of romantic comedy, but we can buy into it as long as this couple looks like, first of all, they have some chemistry, and we desire to see them get together. That's
just like in Pretty Woman. Yeah.
I mean, that's so unbelievable.
Getting with a rich guy that I can't relate to. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and I still don't like that movie. I do not like that movie.
I never gave a shit because I'm like, hookers aren't like that. They don't act like that.
But you know what? People bought a great performance by Julia Roberts. She believed that
they fell in love with her.
Yeah. Look, that movie's a fucking cartoon.
Yeah,
but people bought that this businessman could fall in love with this unrealistic hooker.
It's a Disney movie.
With a fucking prostitute in there. And so that you can get away with a lot. That's your most important element right there. That we see this couple get along. So, and a good performance by them works too. I personally prefer my romantic comedies to kind of go off the beaten path. I've mentioned this romantic comedy a lot. It's called Jump Tomorrow, and it just doesn't hit the same beats that. Well, it does. That's what's great about the movie. It's such a small film that they really have to depend on those characters, and your characters they're not the same types that that you see in every romantic comedy. You have this black guy who's. In real life, he's an African. This guy is the lead singer of the band TV on the Radio, and he's fallen for this Spanish girl who's about to get married, and he goes after her. Like he meets her, and they connect. And the night that they connect and realize they have something in common, and they were probably meant to be, she reveals that. Well, I'm going over to Niagara Falls in the morning to go get married.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she has a penis.
Yeah, no, that's my other romantic comedy that I like.
No.
That movie's called Fuck, You Got a Dick? No, and it's just, and it is a road movie. A lot of romantic comedies, that's how they fill time a lot. They put these couples on the road so they have time to argue and get with each other. But that's one of the things that they don't do in this movie. They don't put you through that whole thing of the couple having to argue.
Yeah.
It's they don't crowbar in that thing of, oh, we got to have this moment where we fight each other and we dislike each other, so the crowd will wonder, oh shit, are they going to get together? Right. They don't do that. They don't do that in this movie.
I tell you a movie that will always be my favorite romantic comedy, and that is Sid and Nancy. Because that was very realistic. It happened, Corey. It really happened. That's true love right there. So much that you end up accidentally killing your girlfriend. I was about to say a couple it's presumed that you're that you've killed your girlfriend.
When you kill your girlfriend overdose, I don't think there's funny. I don't see the comedy in there. Now, what happened with Sid and Nancy? Did he kill? He killed his girlfriend.
It's always been kind of speculative.
And what happened? Did he kill himself? Or did he overdose or what? Did he?
He overdosed.
Overdose. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess it's funny to somebody. If you're Pat Robertson, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
God wanted them to kill themselves because they were listening to all that devil music. Let's see here. A very fuckable question.
Okay.
Which comes from Reg Lore. Says, my thoughts crawl backwards on all fours, ass forward. Is you getting my drift? If you get my drift. Oh, fucking never mind. Okay. What are your favorite stingers in movies? Clips that play during or after the credits. Mine is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, when the dickish principal has to stop to hide on the school bus during the credits while the movie's most infamous song plays. Well, let's not forget, right after that.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller comes out and tells the audience, hey, what are you still doing here?
Yeah,
get out
right.
Of here. Go. I guess they're saying stuff that plays. Oh, it's both stuff that played during or after the credits. One of my favorites is, let's see, it's House Party.
Mm-hmm.
During the credits at the beginning, and I think we've answered this question before on a couple of cold ones. During the beginning, during the opening credits, you see these teenagers dancing in a house, and they pull out of the house, and the house just lifts off the ground and goes up in the air. Yeah, and you wonder,
You're
like, that's
right.
crazy.
That's right.
Now, there's these
that.
two asshole cops in the movie, and they do their thing, and then they kind of disappear out the movie. And at the end of the movie, after all the credits have rolled, the cops are coming out and they're joking around, and that fucking house lands on them.
That's right. I think mine would have to be Masters of the Universe, the movie. At the very end of that movie, where you think that Skeletor, you know, they pulled an emperor on him, where he
comes
fell into
it.
a. Yeah, you see him like you see his head lift up, and he looks like he's in a vat of Kool-Aid, and he looks at the screen and he snarls. That's it.
You know, one of my favorite stingers that's hard to spot, a lot of people wouldn't remember because it's not visual, but it's an audio cue. And at the end of Aliens, you hear the face hugger.
Yeah, the face hugger. Yeah, that.
And everybody got excited because everybody thought like, oh shit, that's a sound, knowing that something's bad is going to happen on this ship where Newt and Hicks and Ripley are on.
And they did the same thing at the end of Gremlins too.
Oh,
you hear the Gremlins. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love that, man.
Yeah, I wish they'd be more creative with stuff like that these days.
Yeah, well,
that's pull some bullshit to get you in the theater again, like fucking Wolverine.
Well, Wolverine and Iron Man.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, I'm sorry, but
you guys went to the screening where they didn't even have it.
They didn't have it, but still, I saw it online before it got yanked. I'm like, that's it?
Yeah.
You know, Samuel Jackson
like, damn it, I got to go back and see that movie again.
I would have been mad had I gone back to see that movie just to see Samuel Jackson walk out with a patch on his eye. I heard you was Iron Man.
You're not the only superhero motherfucker in this town.
There are others. Let's see.
Like who? Captain Planet?
Yeah. That's what you're talking about. Hey, we're doing good, man. We got one more.
Oh,
doing good time.
One more.
Question for Let's Do This. It says, hey, Corey, my legs are wide open, ready for you to fuck my thoughts.
Damn.
It's mine legs, that is. My question is, with the growing popularity of Spill, what would you say is the biggest factor for its success? Fucking killing Ricky Gervais? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Damn, I really want to kill that guy. I was like, I want to say I'm kidding. I'm like, oh, no, I'm killing.
That'll
I'm
come
kidding.
back to bite us on the ass.
Yeah,
boy.
no, I'm not that upset. Also, do you think the site will continue to expand? And if so, will it keep the personal touch? Sorry if I sound like some kind of queer. No, sorry if I sound like some kind of career counselor.
Written by Ricky Gervais.
It says, after hearing you and co-host talk about Cannonball Run, I decided to give the movie a look and loved it. Booyah, boy. I think that's the name of the guy. Booyah, boy.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Ricky Gervais.
Booyah, boy.
Yes. What makes your site so successful?
Well, okay, there are several things that will determine the success of the site. One is our content output. We're gonna right now. You'll probably see a change, possibly this week, where we are trying to put out more than one review a week, more than one video review.
Yeah,
we're gonna change our audio player in the middle of the carousel in the middle of the page so that you can actually see more audio reviews, and we're going to try to change it to where right now we're on the Ning platform. So we're trying to create our own code so that some of our audio doesn't disappear, because on Ning, after we reach 100 pieces of audio content, if you add a new one, whatever at the bottom of the list disappears. So we're changing that. I mean, it'll be to our benefit to have a search function and to have all of our content available.
Yes, it would.
We're also going to try to put a lot of the better skits that we had up, like the Elmo thing. You know, you can find that easy. You can find like the Watchmen thing that we did. And we're also going to try to create new pieces of content outside of what we've done. Now, we've been trying to do this for about a year and a half, maybe a year. And it's so bumpy because everybody has a way of thinking like, okay, we got to make this stick to movies, or, this site is doing that, let's try this. Right. And I just gotten to the point, I've been trying to be a team player on that. And I am a team player, but there's some things I just know. I know our audience now. I know what resonates with them. I know what kind of content works. And I'm just going to start moving forward.
Cool.
With that.
I'll do more top 11 lists.
Okay,
starting
there you
tonight,
go.
Yeah.
If you can do a top 12, you can just go that far.
Every day.
Yes.
It's always changing.
And we're doing things like we're trying to do things outside of just being a website. We want to be more than that. We want to sponsor events. We want to be an event. We want to be a site known for catering to its community and bringing that community together. We want to create things where people want to come out and meet each other because they form that kind of bond with the site and other members on the site. Hence the Spill Party coming up in July. I mean, not July, but June. And we changed the date now to June 25th.
June 25th now. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to start trying to, if this year, if that party or that festival is successful, we want this to be an annual event. And bringing all those community members together under a common thing is one of the things that's going to make us separate from other sites out there.
Right.
And it goes to answer your question about the personal touch. Hey, look, it's going to get to a point. Yeah, we want the site to grow. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people who want to keep it small for their own personal reasons, and we understand that. But from a business angle, that can't stay that way.
Right.
Otherwise, we won't be around.
Yeah.
And we got to keep growing. And if we continue, then no, we won't be able to probably be as personal with everybody else that like we were before. I mean, when we first started, and there was only like less than 50 people on there. Yeah, it was like being
easy.
it was very easy. It was like hanging around in a class or something. You get to know everybody very well.
Yeah.
Now there's thousands on the site, and we get a million. We get over. We get millions of views a month, and you're not going to be able to always talk to everybody like you did before.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that you can't try to keep that in touch.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we're just getting busy with, we're trying to do more content.
Yeah.
And we're trying to see more movies.
Yeah.
So, and we're recording at the ungodly hours. So we don't get a lot of time to spend, playing on the computer all the time.
And all this is done
we can try.
with with a very limited staff.
Yeah.
I'm working, there's a limited staff working for me here, and there's a limited staff working up in New York, and everybody's busting ass. I can tell you, everybody on this end, except for me, co-host. No, co-host is work. Actually, co-host is going to be working harder these days.
I never said that.
I tell you, man, I see you. I was so happy that you were able to do more things because I've been wanting to get you involved more. And I tell you what, Cyrus is actually, he's been putting in, I hate to sound like a corporate guy, 110%. But no, he really
works
been
his
working
ass
this,
off,
man. Yeah, so everybody is putting in a lot of work. And I can promise you this: the only way that we won't be personal with everybody is when we just absolutely are forced to do that. And if that's the day we have to do that, then that's the day we probably won't have a successful site. But I can guarantee you this: you'll never see a moment, at least with me, I can't speak for everybody else, where you come and say hi to me, I'm gonna treat you like I'm better than you. I'm gonna have some VIP area where you can't reach me. I'm not gonna want to mingle with everybody out there. I'm gonna want to do all that.
Right.
I mean, it might. Who knows? Unless it becomes a danger to any of us to do that, where somebody is ready to attack us or we have some weird skirmish or something, then, barring that, I don't think that we're ever going to try to not be personal with anybody, because at least my nature is to be very appreciative to those who put us where we are.
That's great, Corey. Whatever you do, don't come bother me in my VIP area. When I have it sectioned off, roped off with all the girls, don't come bothering my chicks.
Kick that rope over.
Don't do it.
We're going to come in there.
Do it.
I'm going to bring all those black guys that I went to the National Guard with. We're going to start dancing with trashy white strippers.
Don't get me mad. Don't get me mad. There's going to be some fried black people. There's going to be some fried black people tonight. I'm going to get my eyes all heated up.
Hey, can I get a bucket of that? All right, people. What is that? You sound like my mom.
Shit. Get your bucket of ass.
I'll take it. Is it fried?
Yeah.
All right, man.
All dark meat.
You just couldn't resist, could you?
I'm here all night. Try the chicken.
Yes.
All right.
Is
man,
that it?
That's it.
God damn it.
No.
Oh,
That's
man.
it, man. It's a good show.
It was a fucking kick-ass show,
Had a
Corey.
great time.
God damn it. HBO will listen to this and they'll go, what the hell were we thinking? We hired the wrong guy.
I know. Ricky Gervais. Get the real shit right here.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
You
Good
can
night.
talk to you sons of bitches when I feel like it.
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper!